Loot, 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 fine, loot, nice, loot, peaceful. Where is it? Why do I hide it from myself? That is not a smart move. There are many moves you can make. Not all of them should be made though. Go there, you come here, and potentially we might actually be able to do some playing games. Foolish. Preparations. Sure, I could do this a lot faster if I were preparing it a bit differently, but once I start with the method, rarely do I change. But I know it's working. All of the nonsense. All of this nonsense, and then I need something to drink. Very important. It is indeed very, very, very sweet. Not bad, mind you, but sweet. Honestly, you really need to feel it, otherwise that's going to murder you. This. Let's actually put the phone to load because of that thing pause. And disappears. Someone is going to get worried and annoy me, and I would like to avoid that and instead play games. Well then, you should see a nice picture. I see a nice picture. Comes with a few added advantages. Wow, I hate it when you do this game. You will not stop me from doing this game. Yeah, it actually works. Good. Actually, a pretty nice picture about it. All this is the drawbridge in Ruin. In a more, well, artistic perspective, because it is definitely a perspective we usually don't see. I do wonder how this is set up, perspective-wise. Or basically, is this back here the south or the north side? Good question, huh? And now, if the lighthouse is there, then it should be the north side, but if memory serves, then that lighthouse should be on the other side. And actually, back here should be the church. If this is the south side, then I kinda was expecting the harbor, so, you know, I'm confused. I've been sitting here and staring at the screen for like 10 minutes or so, so I'm kinda like, wait a minute. But I guess that could also be that, you know, from the state of the, well, art for it to the actual implementation in the game, some changes did happen. Who knows? It could be. Nobody knows. I at least don't. I do love this soundtrack. Now then, we are back here. That means it's time to do a bit of recounting what has happened lately. As in last episode, basically. What is happening? Well, we have been assigned a new job. Well, forced into it, more likely. Okay, it looks horrible when I do it like this. Namely, to assist with the festivities happening at the Janus Royal Academy. We have done so, relatively successful. And, well, the festival has been started and is in full swing at this point. We have talked a lot with the people, we have prepared all of the nonsense, and then Joshua has kinda decided to disappear on us. So we are kinda chasing him. We have gotten quite a few clues that he's most definitively at the old schoolhouse where we are going right now. And with that we are moving rather rapidly to the end of our stay at the Royal Academy. It was a fun time, I will admit. I still have not really found an absolute solution for the ground cell problem that is coming up in the near future. I kinda do feel a bit challenged just to do it. Be like, well, fuck it. I'm going to continue to tell you a little bit of story I can, but honestly, the sheer amount it's breathtaking. Just to remind myself that I actually, because I own this game in multiple versions, loaded up another one. And actually okay, that's not saying much. Basically, I make use of my unbelievable large amount of save games that I have for this game. Loaded another one. I actually opened the game on the other menu too, didn't I? Yes, I did. I don't know why I did that, but, well, I did. And looked at Grand Cell, and, oh boy, that's a pain in the ass. I was a bit too scared to actually ask Google the nice question of how many NPCs are there in Grand Cell City in Trails and Snap, because the answer was probably most scary. Yeah. But still, you know, wouldn't be the first time that I've done something because of my own petulance going like, I am going to do it, no matter what. Don't care about your opinions about it. But since that is still far in the future, we still have a bit of time to actually think about this, and so, for the moment, we shall just concentrate on something far easier, namely playing game. Shit, cute game. Cute game, quite enjoyable. Now then, we are looking for two things in particular in this nice little building. Well, one is most definitively Joshua himself, and the other is the presumed savior, quote unquote, of the people at the orphanage. A silverhead person, apparently. Usually when somebody talks about silver hair, you are usually assuming an older person. But of course, this is the long and winding roads of Animu Land, where silver hair is, you know, just the sign of your badassness, and as such, not necessarily a sign of your old age. While we're in the old schoolhouse, and because I don't really know... No, actually... I think we're going to return to this schoolhouse at some point. Kinda want to take a look around to see if I actually got all the chests the first time we were here, you know, just in case. Beat me, say more! Also, to be completely fair and honest with you, I do love the track in the background. The music is really nice in this game. I enjoy it very much. Also, you might have been wondering why it's so fucking late. Well, that is not really happening because of my own volition, as you can imagine. I kinda knew it would go bad when things started going, like, well, we now have to take a nice little trip to the bank too. And I knew that would take time. Lady Imperial is not yet to make her second round today, but we were here so long ago and she's still not returned. Kinda sad now. Quite often, as they say, you will find your own fun in-game. Now, since we have gone through every bloody option, this is basically the only room that is left. Strange. I could have sworn, but it couldn't be. You show up! Oi! Don't run away. Hey, you two. You need to stop making us worry about you. I almost had a heart attack when I heard you went chasing after some guy with silver hair. How did you know? Polly told us. I guess she saw you. Yeah, she's a pretty sharp-eyed kid. She is. I did follow a man matching the description out this way. But I guess I lost him. Oh my. He must have been pretty talented. We've managed to give you the slip. Any idea who he was? I'm afraid not. I don't think it was our arsonist, though. Told him as long as I could. I see. By the way, might you run out by yourself? My thoughts exactly. You would have at least left us a message. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to worry you. Who said he was hurt? Your face. Amongst other things. I was just pointing out the importance of teamwork. You're a terrible liar. But 5 minutes ago you were in a total panic. I was not. Hey, you were pretty concerned yourself. Thank you, both of you. Oh. Your attention, please. All play personnel, please report to the auditorium right away. Once again, any play personnel, please report to the auditorium right away. Thank you. Oh yeah, that's almost time, isn't it? Yes, we should get into custom. The play will start soon. Alright then, let's do this. Oh, what about that guy with silver hair? I suppose that all we can do is let Kana know and warn her to keep an eye out. Pretty much. The three then spoke to Carter about the silver-haired man and left for the auditorium immediately afterward. 30 minutes later. Yeah, I'm feeling a bit, nasal today, mostly because I'm feeling a bit sick. Oh, look at all the people. Okay, now I'm getting kinda nervous. You'll be fine, Estella. This is what all the rehearsals were for. Besides, once we start up, you'll forget they're even there, says the princess. That's still fitting. You're the type who can only focus on one thing at a time anyway. Just one thing at a time, huh? Well, I guess I'll just focus on the boy that rest then. That'll be easy. Okay. You can have your little spat another time. This year's campus festival is already a big success. Though we have many esteemed individuals here, such as the Duke and the Mayor, we can't afford to be intimidated. So just remember number one rule, you'll be fine. If you're gonna puke, do it off stage. Good point. We've done a good job of keeping the festival lively so far. Now let's close it out with a real bang. Yeah, let's just make sure that Hans understands that that does not mean this divine vase. Otherwise we're going to regret it. Very much so. Without further ado, Student Council proudly presents Madrigal of the White Magnolia. Yay! Enjoy the show. In year 1100 of the Septian calendar, 100 years ago, Librel was still a land of nobles and aristocrats. Commoners too held some power, and they were prodigious traders and grew more influential with each passing year. During this period, there was much friction between the classes. The nobles and commoners clashed often. As time went on, these clashes intensified. The intercession of the royal family in the church faded to end their squabbling. The stage was set for a final conflict. A year had passed. Its illness stole the king from his people. Our tale begins on an early spring evening in the rooftop garden of Gransel Castle. Poor Joshua. The streetlights shine on everyone, each bright with their own happiness, in spite of that. Here you are, princess. Please, don't you think you should be going to bed soon, your royal highness? Staying up so late can truly do you no good. It's alright. If I should fail, fall ill. That happened, and perhaps I could avoid becoming the last ember in this dying flame we call the Libel. Please do not speak of such things. Your Highness, you are the most exalted individual in Libel. If you were to take a husband, you could take control of the kingdom. I will not marry, says the princess. And no, I will not. Actually, it's a bit of an irony, but I will actually not change his voice to a higher pitch for this, because that would be kinda annoying. I'm pretty sure he is trying. I'm not going to. It's gonna be confusing as fuck, and I'm confused enough as is. Despite my father's wishes, I shall not consent to it. But why, your highness? I have two fine men as suitors after all. One is Sir Julius, of the chivalric order of the Imperial Guards, and the eldest son of a duke. And Sir Oscar, commoner though he may be, he has been recognized often. His battles against the Empire. Both are such fine men. And Princess like ... do not compute. No one knows better than I the quality of the characters. Oh, Oscar, Julius. How am I to choose between you? It's like, oh my, that Joshua playing the role of the princess. I suppose that Jill has put a great deal of thought into this reverse casting business. Indeed, ma'am. Plays his role well. Two maids leave much to be desired, says the maid. Where he's going like, those bloody amateurs. Do you remember, Oscar? How we spent a boyhood? I can actually imagine her spending more of a boyhood than a girlhood. Days in this alley, running about and pretending our sticks were swords. I could never forget Julius. In those days it was all so simple, with you and with Cecilia alike. I treasured that time greatly. I recall how stunned I was. Brothers conspired to play with her in secret, only to discover another had been doing the same. She was as lovely as the sight of the falling petals in spring. Indeed, fair Cecilia was like unto our very own sun. The delight would dim with each day that passed. The nobles and commoners. The fury of that conflict could never have been avoided. Brother's grief is easily understandable. Cruel fate mocks us so, but it's our very existence that had brought her such sorrow. Wow, there's a pool. I hate to say it, but the guy kinda looks cuter than the girls. As now, and watch the show. Know this, Julius. The commoner's impudence can be tolerated no longer. If they should forget their place, and no longer view us as their superiors, River's power structure would surely fall into ruin. If I may, Father, it has been roughly 10 years since the Eastern Republic was founded. Perhaps the eventual seizing of power by the common people is inevitable in any state. Speak not of such repulsive events. What is freedom? What is equality? Sounds like fucking America. What is anything if commoners and nobles alike should cast all tradition aside? Now we should fall to our knees before the Empire's military and concede to their will. Father. Now there's a damn fine duke up there. You let the commoners get all high and mighty and your whole society collapses. Your Grace, perhaps it would be best to keep our voices down. Another fucking duke going all. Oscar, I'm expecting great things from you. We can get the royal family on our side. We'll have a great advantage over the nobles. That advantage would allow us to seize power. But Chairman, I cannot consent to this. But never use Cecilia for political gain. Always putting others before yourself, I see. No, you now have the chance to become king, albeit only on paper. If you would refuse, it will lead only to a bloody uprising and subsequent revolution. The royal family, and surely the nobles as well, would disappear into the shadows of history. Chairman. Impressive. I've really done the research. I had severe doubts about this, ever since I first heard about the reverse role gimmick. The students have all put a great deal of work into this, it seems. The young bracers have had no small hand in this either. Why yes, we are basically professionals. I do not wish bloodshed on anyone, revolution or not. I cannot simply allow Julius and Cecilia to die. As for myself, I know not what I should do. Oh, it's no good. I'm gonna be sick. Are you alright? You must have had quite a bit more than you can handle. Maybe spring, but you'll surely catch your death if you sleep out here. Thank you. Good night. It has nothing to do with being a knight, but rather simple concern. I would have to be quite the young fool not to see what I must do. You've got that right. What? Yeah, my arm. Just a touch of anesthetic on the blade. If you'll be so kind as to sit still. Curse you, assassin. Who sent you? Just a noble who wants you out of the picture. Wanted it badly enough to pay me up front. And pretty well at that. All I need to do is die. I get it. Not bad at all. Even I was impressed. Up next we should have... Oops, almost got so wrapped up that I forgot about my work. Yes, do your job first, please. Long has it been since you have entered my sight, fair princess? Yes, Julius, it truly has. I cannot help but notice that Oscar's not with you today. Back when father yet priest, both of you were often spoken of by the maids of the court. Yes, you well know, your highness. The kingdom is in the midst of a crisis most dire. As such, he and I may never be as close as once we were. I confess, I come to you today to ask a favor. What favor would that be? That you would allow he and I, head of the Travel Order of the High Guard and the young general, to engage in a duel of honor. That the victor shall be granted the great honor of becoming your husband. Quite dramatic indeed. Yes. As it should be. Caught up in a conflict between noble and commoner, these two close friends have finally decided on a duel. The princess now realizes their determination and keeps silent. But on the day of the duel, two knights step into the grand arena of the royal city. Many have come to witness it, commoner, noble, and all social castes in between. Conspicuously absent from the proceedings is the one over whom they fight, Princess Cecilia herself. my friend, I fear that this was inevitable. Perhaps fate has always intended for us to meet in so base a fashion. Speak, that we may both be unburdened, if nothing else, for our beloved princess. We would cleave a path through fate with our own hands. But at this moment, my words and your smile seem lost. As fear clutched your heart, Oscar. Perhaps, but what is this passion that pierces me to the quick? As I see you with blade drawn, I feel as though I've been waiting for this moment. Before the storm, by the name of revolution, should claim us both, we shall let fate decide our outcome. And yes, may the goddess above see our spirits as they truly are. Come then, let it be done. En garde. Nice. Impressive, Julius. I should say the same to you. And still, you seem to hesitate. What troubles you, Oscar? Is this the extent of your skill? Perhaps the tales of your acts of valor against the Empire were grossly overstated. Well done, Julius. Magnificent swordsmanship. Oscar, your arm. If that was, 'tis but a scratch. Neither of our blades connected with flesh, not even a glancing blow. The wound was struck prior. Is a tactic most low, Duke Redmond? Was this your intention from the start? I'll thank you to cease saying Landering my good name, implying that I instigated this. Is it true? Did you? It's alright, Julius. My own inexperience has brought this about. Besides, I've received far worse on the field of battle. I will put everything I have behind my next strike. I intend to kill you. Pascal. Very well. I will wager it all on my next strike as well. But fair princess, in the future of the very kingdom, he who lives, when all is said and done, will inherit the responsibility for all. And he who dies will watch over it all, in the realm of the spirits. Such is also the pride of a knight. I suppose it is. No! No! Princess! Cecilia, why? Are you not in attendance? Oscar, Julius. I did not wish to observe a duel between the two of you. Well, they had to find a way to put a stop to this fight. Praise Aidios that I arrived in time. Cecilia, Princess. Hear me, all in attendance. Dismiss me. Set aside your differences, please. We're not all of Libero, and do we not love this land? There is so little that separates us from one another. If you would but take your foe's hand, surely we could find a peaceful resolution. Your Royal Highness, you need to say no more. My vision fades, but what of you two? Will you not do as I ask? Your will be done, my princess. At your side. Strange, everything is floating. When I was young, I'd sneak out of the castle, down to the alley. Oscar, Julius, you're both always. That smiles for me. I love your smiles. So please, don't ever stop. Princess, no, this cannot be, princess. Don't do anything, please, no. Cecilia, you. Oh, a poor princess. I just don't understand why she'd do such a thing. Our princess gave her life that we might stop this unending dispute. Why to that sacrifice, what a trifle is the pride of a nobleman. Had we not been fighting, it would never have come to this. Only now, when it is too late, do I see our folly. This is the fate of all men, with their spirits still shackled to their flesh. Adios, great brothers of the skies. We now know of your great resentment. There's much that you do not yet understand, it seems. Oh ho ho. He granted you flesh to be your vessel, but your spirits still know more freedom and nobility. Such contempt for it lies only within you, yourselves. So beautiful! More beautiful voice I have never heard. It's amazing! Thetis herself has graced us with her presence. The goddess. Incredible. Hear me, young knights. I've observed your contest. You're both courageous and strong. Something vital within you is broken. It is as you say. Our own immaturity is what invited this fate upon us. Chairman. As your hate for the nobles and the monarchy blinded you to the fact that we're all but men. Imshaped. Duke. Now your sense better than anyone else could. And you, all the rest of you, who have simply watched these events unfold. There's something fundamental within you that is lost as well. Strike your hand upon your breast and think well upon this. And it now seems that you have each remembered your hearts. Such, perhaps, hope yet remains fully bearable. Long as you never forget the lesson learned this day. She has vanished. Oh, where am I? Princess? Cecilia? Oh my, Julius, Oscar. Have you both been called up to heaven as well? It's a genuine miracle. Princess! Yay! Oh, praise Idios. Indeed, in this case. Why are the two of you here? And the Duke, and the Chairman, so then, I'm not dead. Almighty Idios. Idios has given the well back its beloved. Praise her for benevolence. Indeed, praise. Oscar, Julius, what happened? Nothing need concern yourself over, Cecilia. Conflict is at an end. I believe that everything will be alright. You're being naive, Oscar. We still have a duel to finish, do we not? Julius. Oh, you still intend to fight? On the contrary. This match is concluded. Besides, this fool managed to get hit on his sword arm. I would not do for a duel that this do not have a clear victor. Thus stands the reason that the man who fought with a significant handicap, yet emerged undefeated, should be regarded as the victor. Wait, Julius. Don't misunderstand me, Oscar. I'm not giving up on the princess. Once you're healed, our duel will continue, but with blades of wood. Just as when we were boys. I see. Very well then, I accept your challenge. I have neither of you any regard for my own wishes. You are mistaken. You, my lady, shall judge today's match, and I think it's only fair for the victor to be granted a kiss. Surely, everyone waits with bated breath for it. Very well. Got to look marvelous together. Everybody's like, Almighty Idios, look well upon this. May this fine day extend to eternity. Eternal peace to the bell. Eternal glory to the bell. Pushing a bit of the propaganda, the pro-rebel propaganda in there. But, oh, look at it, we have a silver-haired man there. Quite the grand finale. Mr. Silver-haired man, we have been looking for you. Could you stay there for a while? But no matter. No, of course he could not. That would be too easy. And thus the curtain fell on the madrigal of the White Magnolia. To grand fanfare and acclaim, and with its conclusion, an announcement went out that the campus festival had reached its end. The crowd began to disperse and leave the campus, each person wearing a look of contentment. Nice, we've done well. Brilliant, just brilliant. That was one fine play, if the director's allowed to say so. At first I thought people would make fun of us with the road switch like that. I'm so glad they took it seriously. Agreed. Costumes worked out pretty well. I wouldn't want to have to wear mine again though. Corsets are like some form of torture. No kidding, well, it was all for a good cause. And just wait till you see how many pictures the photography club took. And not dead again. Not to talk about your own personal degeneracy that much. Those of you ought to be particularly popular. Give it a rest. Ones of Estelle and Chloe won't exactly drive people away either. Guys always go nuts for the junior girls. You're really gonna rake in the mirror. I mean, all proceeds will go to a good cause. My cause in this case. I mean, when you think about it, you know. If they claim it going to a good cause and they consider themselves to be good, then their cause would be good, so they could probably just, you know, argumentatively Make a good point for why the money ends up with them. Still, what's wrong? What? What are you talking about? Nothing important, really. I've been spacing out ever since the play finished. Are you okay? Well, that fight scene was pretty hard work, so it's no surprise that you're tired. If you feel sick, I can take you to the nurse's office. I'm fine, really. I deal with fatigue every day, Sabrisa. I'm just trying to get my head back in order, so. Still, you don't mean... no, nothing like that at all. I promise. I'm perfectly alright. I trust you are not interrupting. That's the matron and the kiddies. Everyone. Yeah, Miss Chloe. Oscar was so cool. I want to be that cool when I grow up. Thank you. You're really great too, Mrs. Dell. Yeah. Sir Judas. You know. Marie is turning slightly the Urion. Yes, I will use that, but I do love it sometimes that I can do this. You was so cute. Yeah, couldn't stop looking. Thank you. It was great fun for us all. A play about love and friendship, buffeted by the winds of a tumultuous area. It was so moving. The fight scene was intense, and though one could only expect it to end in tragedy, such a heartwarming conclusion. I thought it was splendid. Yeah, for a place like that, I'd have to say it was worth the effort. Yeah, Hans. Yeah, right, almost forgot. Huh? What's up? It's nothing bad, don't worry. I'll be right back, so just keep doing what you're doing. Okay. Just like, sure. Those were Jill and Hans, no? Oh, my friends are on the student council then. Yes, they were in charge of the production of the play. I see, I must thank them then. The children have many fond memories of ruin. I've made up my mind. I will tell them my decision when we return to Manoria. Then tomorrow, we will take the first steps. Ah, so soon. Hey, what you talking about? You shouldn't listen in on grown-up talks. It's okay, Mary. But I think we should probably return to the inn. Then have dinner. Continue our discussion over there. Okay. Now then, Chloe. And you too, Estelle and Joshua. I'm afraid we will be taking our leave. Thank you for today. It was a lovely play. Hold on a sec. Jill's coming back any moment. She'll probably want to say goodbye before you go. Pardon me. Dean. Oh, Dean Collins. It's a pleasure to see you again, Matron Teresa. I must apologize for not coming by earlier. Thank you for taking the time to visit. You needn't thank me. The festival was magnificent. I'm grateful for the invitation. Yes, the students were magnificent, weren't they? I told them of your current situation. Truly dreadful. I was trying to think of a way that we could help. Jill? Yes, sir. Please take this. Jill handed Matron Teresa a bulky envelope, sealed with the Royal Academy's crest. What's this? We took up a collection for you. It's 1 million Mira. Jesus fucking Christ. Please use it to help rebuild the orphanage. 1 million Mira. That's impressive. But how? Well, we have the Duke, as well as the Mayor of Bose. There are some celebrities here. Thanks to them, we were able to collect far more than we would have otherwise. No, I couldn't. I can't accept this. I don't see why not. The festival collects donations for charity every year. People donated specifically to help rebuild the orphanage. It's too much. Please accept it, matron. But Chloe, I realize that you're overwhelmed. But think about it. With that much Mira, the rebuilding could start. You wouldn't need to go to Grandson. Wouldn't have to give up your herb garden. He speaks the truth. Joseph would want you to accept this, for the children. You needn't focus on the amount, just what can be done with it. You're right. I don't know how to show my appreciation. Thank you. Thank you all so very much. It's awesome. It is indeed. Yes, that should settle it. Hey, what's this all about going to Granzel? Did something happen? It's okay, there's no need to worry. We've all been through so much. It's really not that big a deal. I mean, yeah, the children are actually taking it rather well. But why are you crying, matron? Don't be silly, Clem. Those are happy tears. After the matron and the children left to return to Manoria, Stella and Joshua joined the other students in cleaning up after the festival. By the time everything was done, the day had given way to evening. I had everything set up for you to be able to stay. I mean, the festival just ended and everything. Sorry, but we can't. If we are still apprentices, we can't go too long without checking in at the guild. We'd like to give a report before the day's out, if we can, so you'll have to excuse us. Is that so? Oh well, guess I'm on my own tonight. Sure, it was going to be lonely in bed without you. What? Hans, would you please give the tasteless jokes a rest? No, that's basically his life. His essence of life is basically that. Take away his degeneracy and Hans is not going to be Hans anymore. We would all miss it, wouldn't we? Esther, don't listen to him. A joke. No wrong with you guys, I'll give you that much. Hope you'll get the chance to come see us again. And stay for a couple of days. And nights. Yeah, sure, we will. Thank you. We'll stop in again soon. Well, let's get going. We lose the daylight if we don't hurry. Oh, I headed to Manoria, Chloe. Yes, a lot I want to talk to the matron about. She said it would be alright for me to stay over at the inn with her and the kids tonight. Hate that you won't be here after the festival. Ah well, what can you do? I hope you have a good time. Oh yeah, about the matron and the kids. It's kind of risky for them to be carrying around that much money. Don't worry about that. One of the other bracers escorted a whole lot of them back to the village. Her name's Kana. Apparently, the dean made a special request. He never misses a beat. Well, stay healthy, you guys. Yes, hoping to you guys do great with your bracer studies. Yep, you can count on it. Best of luck to the both of you as well. You only had a few days at the academy. That was great fun. Well, other than class, anyway. What are you talking about, still? Normally students spend most of their time attending classes. School festival might have been fun, but was just a special event. Yeah, you're right. Man, being a student is tougher than I thought. What's wrong? Nothing. Just that I can't sense Zeke nearby. I wonder where he went. Maybe he's just looking for dinner? Yes, that may be it. I'm sorry, I'm just being silly. Please, allow me to come with you as fast as goes the road. Sure, it'll be fun. Can we actually go back? We can. It means we have an option to talk to the people before we leave the Janus Royal Academy. That was kind of a fun event, wasn't it? Although this is a lot emptier. Everything turned out okay. Darn, I was really hoping for a tragic ending. The festival's over, right? So why is everyone making so much noise? I just want to go home already. Don't be such. That was the best. I think the festival is enjoyable because it only happens once a year. Everyone put so much work into it. Try to keep up the pace throughout the year, we'd all get seriously burnt out. Yes, we probably would. There's nothing quite like participating in a big event. The important thing is to be there for everyone else. I look forward to going back to home Verone, but days like today make this way easier. Ice cream shop was super popular. I had no idea people would love the pommes-shaped scoop so much. I'm glad those little kids had fun. Oh hi. They play in the ice cream shop were big hits. I'm so happy. We didn't have much time, but we just barely squeaked by. All the guests seemed to enjoy it though. I had fun. Been so busy lately, but managed to pull it all off. Feel pretty good about it. Yeah, I love lounge parties. I feel like we've really accomplished something today. I had the most fun while we were still setting up. And that's a lounge, folks. Time to party like it's $14.99. Are we going to war again? Are you planning to participate in the launch? The teachers are paying for all of it, so might as well pitch them for what they're worth. Oh, I didn't know you were still here. Don't you have to go back to Ruin? You're more welcome to join in, though. And that makes me happy. The play was great. Thanks to all of you for your help. I wonder if it's okay to take a break from studying for the day. Just has a tendency to pile up on me. Well, because you're not just gonna take a break for a day. Man, I beat. And went to go at home and sleep. It's fair, the room is goofing off again. Because of you, did I particularly work myself to death? I would send you off to the old man or someone equally scary. Yeah, I'm honored by your kind words. No, I only pushed you because I knew you could handle it, right? That would make you a better person. I love torturing her. What's with the side? You need someone to talk to, you know I'm here for you. Someone, shoot me. Hey, but you did a fantastic job. Good enough for me to give you an A. Nice. Thank you, one of you. I'd love to kick back with a good stiff drink. Might use knows I need it after seeing Mr. Effort try on that princess costume. Yeah, you probably need more than one stiff drink to get that out of your mind. A lot of the teachers and students are really grateful to you. This year's festival is truly something that Royal Academy can boast about. It's good that everything concluded without incident. Tomorrow the kids are going to have to work harder than ever at their lessons. Go kids. It's actually kind of cute that we have everyone in place, basically. That's gonna make it a lot easier. Do not miss anything. I'm still going to look in every place because, you know, who knows? Who might be hiding somewhere. Also, I don't really think we're going to come back overly much to the Royal Academy. Thanks for your help. We're finally done. Still got a little bit of cleaning up to do. Good to see the play area. You folks did a really great job. Thank you all for your hard work on it. Please take this. It's not much, but you might find it useful from the house. Hey, we got a vegetable sandwich. Anything else up here? Okay, I don't really, excuse me. Think that many people are actually around anywhere else. I think most of them are actually just going to spend their time in the auditorium and going like, well, we celebrate now. But that should make it a lot easier for us to find everyone when we want to. And actually go to the old schoolhouse. I'm going to miss that particular soundtrack. I can tell you that man already. Udine, still in Joshua. We're greatly indebted to you for your help. I saw the play, and I thought it was magnificent. Joshua's portrayal of Princess Cecilia was particularly memorable, I thought. If you have the chance, I hope you will come back to our school. At any rate, I'm just glad that we were able to come to Matron Theresia's aid. The whole arson affair has simply been too much for her. I mean, Dean, you might have a bit of a interesting taste in personage, but apart from that, you're kind of a cool guy. I like it. The festival was a huge success. I was worried that the people with children will lose track of them in the crowd. Don't worry, most parents get so much used to their children, you wouldn't believe it. Especially on how to deal with them. Okay, I would say we are officially done and through with this. Okay, so like 50, still is like 15 front, XP wise. I don't really like that, but I guess that is reasonable. Now then, let's actually do a bit of fighting, because we haven't really done any fighting in like a whole episode or so. I mean, that is technically untrue, we did fight in the old schoolhouse. To be fair. But yeah, getting back into the swing of things. We'll make our way south. Hard to it, little buggers. Actually, how does it look with my Sepit? Not good. I think I might actually be able to make one more action to stone, but that's basically it. I had some hopes there, but as usual, hopes and dreams, my friends. Hopes and dreams. Yeah, that's like 9, 39, 84, 84, 48. That way around. I do love the differences between, how to say, the numbers in English to German and vice versa. It's 84. Yeah, but not spoken in German. Pain in the ass. Well, I guess this is goodbye. Yes. Thank you so much for the last few days. Yeah, no problem. It's been fun. Take care, and say hi to Matron Teresa and the kids for us. Don't worry, I will. Hey, you three. Yeah? You're from Manoria, aren't you? You guys are Teresa's, right? What big trouble? What kind of big trouble? Hang on a sec, I need to catch my breath. Phew. Someone attacked Matron Teresa and the kids near Manoria. What the fuck? Oh, say what now? No. Are you alright? Keep your cool. There's no time to go fainting on us. I'm sorry. Please, tell us whatever you know. Okay, they were apparently assaulted by some strange group on the way back from the campus festival. The kids are okay, but Major Teresa and that bracer lady got knocked out. You mean Kana? No way. Must have been highly trained. Would have contacted the guild, but communications are down at the inn. I didn't have much choice other than to run all the way here. I see. Well, thank you for your help. You can manage it. What do you go on to ruin for us? But to hurry to Manoria. Okay, will do. Let's get going. Okay. Alright. And see, well, this is definitively the sort of situation where it's like, we don't have time for any side trips. Let us be honest. We have to take the time for this side trip. It makes it feel like we are some kind of really, really heartless adventurer. Well then, let's go on a bit of a trip around and see what's happening. I had a good time at my little sister's campus festival. I don't think she really wanted me to come check in on her, but yeah, what kind of big sister would I be if I didn't look out for her now? Yeah, I already cleaned up all the game stalls. Just what am I going to do with all the pom plushies I won? Sell them. Just got back from that festival at my son's school. It was an excellent break from work. My daughter had a great time as well. That play was really amazing, and what's more amazing is how they got that boy to a dress. But I do kind of wish my son could have been in it. I'm sure he would have made a great princess. Oh well, it'd be hard to find a corset his size anyway. I went to my brother's school and saw lots of stalls, and the play was fun. I went to see my brother, but he got all embarrassed. How come? You'll understand once you grow up, little one. You'll understand. She strong-armed me to go to visit the place, but I have to admit, it seems like a nice place to attend. Wouldn't mind eventually sending my kid there. Going to pursue a high education, the Royal Academy isn't a bad place. Wouldn't mind eventually sending my kid there. And to go check out the Royal Academy. It was just what you'd expect from such a famous school. Read about the festival, but I was impressed with just how much thought went into it. Really want to have Antonio get into that school. They just have such charming uniforms. You're just obsessed with the fucking uniforms, aren't you? Went to the Royal Academy Campus Festival. I don't really get to check out the usual class routine, but I like the feel of the place. Well, Antonio, maybe you will be a student there too at some point. Maybe. Is there anybody here? No. Looks good. Well, that's settled this. I'm going to have to give you this book. What do you mean, why? Because life is full of contradictions. Light from the sunset hurts my eyes. Actually, do I have everyone? Hindsight, I have friend. I have. Now I'm feeling somewhat validated in my life choices, because I have managed to get all the books, Cornelia books for now. The Duke came to ruin today. I was really impressed with how composed and dignified he was. To manage that poise with a bowl cut like that. Incredible. Rich is just as impressive as I've heard. So romantic. I mean, I don't know how that is romantic, but it is impressive, I'll give you that much. I pray that all will receive the blessing of ideas. Phew, the day's finally over. As usual, the congregation was packed full of tourists. Maya seems quite happy, but I can't shake the feeling that something isn't right. Hard to tell. This evening was a success. The head of the church seems to be a little tired. Yeah, I think the poor father isn't too happy with the situation as is, but well, what can you do? You don't really have much of a choice now, do you? Even now, my sailor's blood still steers whenever I get a look at the ocean. Nowadays, all the ships seem to be open-powered. I'm sure it makes everything easier. Where's the effort? Where's the passion? Maybe I'm just too old. O'Neill. You would go back to the olden days and then be like, but I can't really help with that because my back is bad. Or something. Back when this place was still in the planning stages, there was a lot of arguing about whether it should be in the north or south block. Since the north block has so many shops and tourist attractions, it initially seemed to be an obvious choice. On the other hand, the south block has the main city gates, but a lot of delinquent types tend to hang out there. Yeah, but I mean, that's not going to stop people from building a fucking airport now, is it? My brother isn't here. He's off on some big business trip. We're going to have maintenance, chief. That doesn't mean we can just leave it to die on us. We'll have to check things over more carefully than usual. Yeah, because your main dude is basically not here to do all the final checks. Better make sure that nothing too horrible happens then. Seriously. At this point it is pretty damn obvious that somebody is specifically aiming at the matron or the orphanage. One or the other. I mean, you don't get attacked that often. Otherwise. I guess it's our job to find out what nonsense is going on. A ferocious monster known as Jabba has been spotted roving the guild seaside way. The president from this been requested to deal with it immediately. Trying to run all the way from Manoria without a break is exhausting. Hello, the director has already filled me in. Elvin has left on assignment, but unfortunately Agatha hasn't reported in yet. Just finish up your business at the academy. But I need you to go to Manoria as quickly as possible. Sure thing, I don't have to pursue it as... We should hurry, I'm worried about Kana. I have nothing to report, I just finished the fucking school festival, didn't I? I'm pretty sure that is something to report. Well, apparently not to this person. It's good that Mayor Delmore has expanded tourism. It's had to resort to coercing me once against it though. First hope everyone can come to an agreement. He's hoping that the tourism dries off the Ravens. Don't you think again like that is bad for Placer's image? Yeah, just gonna have a few of those every so often, I'd say. I guess I could get myself the last 2 evade stones I need. Well, damn it. Yeah, I guess getting those two that I did not already have is probably the better choice. It's so late already. Should go home and get dinner started. You should, you should. I played a lot today. Yeah, the lad kid. You're always so bright and cheerful, aren't ya? Hey, no matter how good a fisherman you may be, when they ain't biting, they just ain't biting. I wasn't so sure about to begin with, but the festival turned out to be quite enjoyable. The food was really good, and it wasn't even overpriced. Well, at least now we found out where all of the money goes through. Play was a masterpiece. I had my doubts about casting the boys as girls and vice versa, which gradually drew me in. Hey! When I asked myself that question, I was expecting something to, like this to be disappearing in the smoke of time and gameplay. But it did not actually. We found out where it went. Seems like Duke Dunnan is also visiting Ruin. By all appearances, he really likes to live around here. I mean, we could rest, but we are not really that hurt, so kinda waste. Come on. Nothing new down here. Oh, there's somebody here. I can see you. Let's see. Have to get packed to go back to Bowser soon. Well, Simon, going back to the merchant business, I suppose. The water's very mysterious. Anytime you look at it, it always makes your face look different. All my years, I've never gotten tired of it. Interesting. I guess we all have to look for our own little fun in our jobs. Yeah, this means I've got all the info I need. This could be the scoop of a lifetime. I just need to get solid proof. And I'm assuming you're in some nonsense again. Hey there, looks like you got the whole maintenance kit thing sorted out. How's the old Salt doing? He seems to be just fine. He sends his rewards. Does he now? Good, good. Age eventually gets the best of us all. Sounds like he's still hanging in there. Really appreciate it. Good luck out there. Thanks. See you later. All I care about is that the old man is doing okay. I really appreciate it. Good luck out there. Well, he does good, indeed. I see. And you figured out the significance of the map. Jimmy, I would say you should probably take that with a block of salt. Quite literally. Renovations are gradually coming along. I look forward to reopening. Reopening the casino, eh? You want to rake in the mirror without doing too much hard labor. I see where you're coming from. Talk to everybody up here. Guess this house block is the thing that is left, or so it would be, if not for the fucking bridge being up again. I guess that kinda doesn't give us much of a choice here. That kinda means that it's time to actually go over there and check out what has happened. Yeah, of course. Of course something like this would be in my way. Nice. Worked rather well. Okay. Do you have any weaknesses? Water. Oop. Yikes. Stone hammer right in my face. That's not very nice of you. But that's going to stop me. Okay, this is just taking too long. Let's actually murder you. Yep. I mean, I get everything, but I do need a lot more of the time quartz. Eliminated secondary monster on Guild Caesar. We did, didn't we? Running, 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 running. Okay, let's check out actually the orphanage. If there's anything new up here. Doesn't really seem so. Also, actually, how is this going to be handled? Basically, the Bracer Guild has a contract with the client to escort them safely. If they fail to do so and the client loses, in this case an envelope with a million mira in it, is the Bracer Guild actually going to pay for that? As in damages. Just going to ask, because that is actually one of the more interesting aspects. Your highway is this way. We have to find Matron Theresia first. He's got to still be here, in Minoria. Peter's kids were all crying when they came back. Yeah, it really bothers me. I wonder what happened. Also, I wonder where Zach's gone off to. Well, he's been running to ruin. Like the Blitz. Which reason the kids were marked? If it was the same people that set the fire, what in the world can they hope to gain besides the wrath of idiots? Those kids have done nothing to deserve this. I heard about what happened. Such violence has been incurred not just once, but twice over. A case like this pains me greatly. Yeah, do something about this. That is what we are supposed to have in here. Because that is a bit overkill. Matron Theresia was injured in a mugging. Almighty ideas, what are they to do? Please, you brace us. We have to catch whoever did this. I mean, I want to, mind you. Children don't even have families, and to do this to them is just horrible. How can ideas allow such things to happen? Well, you know what is with goddesses, they tend to be somewhat more on the usual side. Things. Yeah, something like this. I kind of want to play around with the opens a bit, so... I'm actually too somewhat happy with this. I might want to change back to this too, because Latier does sound like something I would like to have. In Terrara, yes, Terrara is good. Okay, a bit of a healing setup. Yes, for a little Joshua. I really would like to give you action duo if I could. I can't because you did just how it is, isn't it? I can give you Chaos Brand. This brand is kinda nice. Don't I actually have something? Pretty sure I picked up something else, didn't I? Where the fuck even did I put this? Can I put this up? Am I giving it to somebody else? Am I blind? Oh, there it is. More range for my little ones. Not the most efficient thing in the world, but should be more enough. The only thing I'm really missing here is Action 2. And we would actually keep White Gehenna going. But alas. Let's make this as let's make it like this. And then we take not HP but mind. I really need to order this a bit more because otherwise I'm going to get insane with this nonsense. This is not very well ordered. Do it again. Better ordered. La Tiara. Boy. You are really getting to be a very, very good healer at this rate. Jesus fucking Christ. Now, the only thing I now need to kinda... Let's do it like this. It's vermarkt. The hell? When does it stop? I wonder if the muggers and the arsonists are the same person. Yeah, some things that no same person could ever do. Makes me so angry. If you're looking for the matron, she's upstairs resting. First the arson and now this. Those poor kids. All the orphans have been crying ever since I got back. Why? Why would anybody pick on them like this? Good question, Lucia. Asking a very good question there. Somebody who's going to get a bit of a staph injury to the head rather soon, I'd say. Oh, Chloe. Everyone. Oh shit, everyone is going. It was so scary. Thank goodness you are safe. Pardon me, but what about the others? How's Matron Teresa? Don't worry, they're not hurt. They haven't woken up though, which has me a little worried. If I made in, I'd like to see them. No doubt about it. Someone used sleeping powder. Sleeping powder. Yes, there's still a faint hint of it in the air. It's probably the kind without side effects, but there's no real need for concern. Hey Clem, can you tell us what happened? I'll tell you. We were walking along the coast road with the Bracer Lady, and these strange guys in masks showed up out of nowhere. Bracer Lady fought them for a while. They surrounded her. Brought them to save us, Matron Teresa. That's why. Yeah, they must have been so scary. They took an envelope from the matron. I wanted really bad to get it back. Mr. Joshua, I couldn't help her. Don't think that way, Clem. I know that Matron Teresa would just be happy that all of you are safe. So you mustn't blame yourself. I don't believe this. Who would do such a thing? Whoever it is, must certainly be skilled at hiding his or her presence. After all, the Bracer wasn't alerted, and Matron Teresa is unconscious. I get the feeling that this was very deliberate. It said that the criminals were probably targeting the donations Matron Teresa had on her. If we find the money, we'll find the culprit. Yes, you're probably right. She seemed a little calmer than earlier. Yes, in order to help the matron and the kids, I must compose myself. Regardless, I must find who did this as soon as possible. He's right, you know. Well, look who's it. Ah, I got it. I heard what was going on at the guild. Looks like you're getting wrapped up in one hell of a mess. Hey, don't make light of the situation. Kana got hurt too. I know that, so quit your yapping. Kana's no amateur either. I take someone pretty skilled to beat her. How about you give me a quick rundown of what's been going on here? Okay. Yasha and Azel told Agatha the whole story about the donations for the orphanage. Huh, alright then. There's definitely something weird going on. Weird how? Well, here's the thing. You know that Raven gang that was hanging out at the warehouse? They're all gone now. Warehouse is empty. Yeah. They must be the ones who assaulted the matron. I'm not sure about that. I really doubt they have what it takes to get the upper hand on Kana. Yeah, that's true. They talk a big game, but I didn't think they could back it up. Yeah, with a single hard look, and they shut right up. However, today, they suddenly nowhere to be found. Couple that with today's little incident, what do you get? Like I said, something weird is going on. Even if they're not directly responsible for the fire, I do feel like they're involved somehow. Yeah, but this ain't the time to go checking that out. Come on, Greenhots, let's go. What are you talking about? Where are we going? You're slowing ahead or something. Obviously, we're going to the seaside path, where the crime happened. How those idiots did it doesn't matter right now. We've got to focus on finding some clues as to where they are. True. Understood. We'll help. Oh, how did it be so late? This is no good. Are we supposed to search in the dark? We don't need to search, probably. Hey, what's that sound? Oh, Zeke, where have you been? Oh, what the hell? Oh, that's Zeke, he's close. Gree Falcon companion. Yeah, as long as he's friendly. Scream! Scream! Lots of scream. Understood. Thank you, Zeke. Scream! Now I've seen everything. So, Missy, what did your friend here tell you? Whereabouts of the ruffians who assaulted Teresa, evidently. Seems that he saw the attack. Haha, that's a good one. Nice going, Zeke. Yes, most impressive. No, wait one damn minute. You mean to tell me you actually believe that load of bull? We've seen him communicate several times. Hey, if you don't believe us, you don't have to come along. Come on, guys. Alright. Scream! Follow the scream! Wait up, you punks. Oh, God. Imagine being thrown in that sort of situation. You would be somewhat suspicious too. It does seem like it's homing in on something, but come on, are we really following that thing? This is your idea of a joke. It's not funny. It's not a joke. Matron and children are like family to me. Fine then. I thought you were yanking my chain, but I guess I'll take along. Please, why don't you say what you think? Well, that aside, we need to get going after Zeke. Ooh, we got a new team member. Pretty hard to put everyone in the front line, but well, what can you do? Can I change your equipment? I can unequip this equipment if I wanted to. And I mean, he is level 24, he is definitely above us level boys. And I don't really want to equip him with stuff because I don't really know if he's just gonna keep that with him. Sorry for that, man, but you kinda have to survive off your very own lonesome. Jack went to the Brazier Guild to tell them what he knows. Now he's back and helping out at Dayton. He's a good brother, always dependable when the chips are down. You simply cannot allow an atrocity like this to pass. All of the villagers are now willing to help. Please, get whoever did this, for the children's sake. I mean, I wasn't really going to let them get away. I mean, right now they're probably going to feel very, very safe about themselves. They're not expecting some fucking Zeke coming along and really ruin their little party. And to criminal identities. Can't let anyone who would do something like this get away. Make sure you catch them and show them the area of the base. As politely as you can with your preferred weapon of choice. Good point you're making there. I was thinking I can at least get the children something to eat. Carla asked me to fetch her some ingredients to make them a hearty meal. Auntie Carter is back on her feet again. Matron and kids are sleeping here. I'll keep watch over them. Please find the scum who did this so we can all relax again. I don't know if we can do much to help, but say the word and we're here for you. Already pitch black out there. Be careful on your way back. Who says we're going back? How could this have happened? I won't stand for this. Actually, your name is Carla too. This is why I'm confused. I was like, how is Carla awake again? Shouldn't she be asleep at this point? Bim bim bum bim boom. Also to go at one of the points that last stream was mentioned, I kinda have to start farming if I want to equip everybody like I would like to. For example, it's majorly advantageous if you equip stuff like Action 2 instead of Action 1. Same for everything else basically. Gotta go cheer everyone up. Try your bestest then. Missed you, sure. Hope I grow up as strong as you someday. Carla is sleeping peacefully. Katie and Teresa is sleeping peacefully. Patrons gonna be okay, right? I'm assuming Patrons finally calm down a little bit. But the matron will just wake up. And no, she inhaled that sleepy stuff. That is precisely meant to keep you from waking up, I'm assuming. Once the store's cleaned up, I was thinking of going to check on the kids. The store's closed. Perhaps I could bring the children a treat. A treat and not a threat? Hey, where do you think you're going? I ain't got time to go back to Ruin. Indeed. Well, let's just follow Zeke's trail and see where it leads. Really a bit of a problem if I have to remember how everybody's voice is supposed to sound. Technically speaking, I could go back and watch my own streams every time that happens, but since not every character is in every place, really, it's kind of a bit of an annoyance, you know? Wee wee! To the lighthouse, eh? I see now. Isn't that the way to the lighthouse? Let's go and check it out. Potentially, yes. Hey, where do you think you're going? There's no time to stop by for a visit. That's true. You have to have faith and seek and stay on his trail. I mean, his name literally means victory. How can you not have faith in him? Quite literally. Now I'm going to assume there's going to be a combat encounter. And, I mean, I should probably save before I go in there. I'm not ideally equipped. Mostly because I don't really want to go out of my way to, do the horribleness. Bum, 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 bum. Just as I thought. The Marine Lighthouse belongs to the city of Ruin. If I remember right, the man who lives here all alone. This appears to be the place. I'm almost positive that the ones who attacked Major Teresa, the children, are here in this building. Which means that there's a high chance the perpetrators have taken over the lighthouse. And from the looks of it, that seems to be the only entrance. I guess that's all left to do is to check it out for ourselves. Yes. Oh, hold on there a minute, girl. I want to see the truth with my own eyes. What the hell are you talking about? I want to know how someone would do such a horrible thing like that. So please, take me with you. I can see where you're coming from, but... Oh, come on, don't take those things now. The only reason we knew about this place to begin with was because of Chloe. And I can guarantee she can handle herself, so at least you don't have to worry about her getting in the way. Fine, have it your way. But I hope you remember that these guys are the ones who put Khan out of commission. Make sure you don't let down your guard. Keep that in mind. Well, I guess it's decided then. Alright. Hurry and shake the place out. Of course we will. Even I'm feeling the most urging feeling in my body. Going like, yes, I want to beat somebody with my preferred weapon of choice for that. These guys again. Aren't they the ones from before? I swear, if I wasn't looking at them with my own eyes right now, I'd never believe it. Hey, what the hell are you all doing now? Raven Gangham's eyes are blank and emotionless. Hey. Agata, look out. Where are they getting this strength from? Dean, you son of a... This is just perfect. I don't know what kind of drugs you're smoking, but if I have to beat some sense back into you, I will. I believe so, you have a fucking big broadsword for that. To be fair though, we kinda beat the shit out of them before already. Yeah, shit, it moves them. I was kinda hoping we could avoid that. Well. Cling! Oh, shit. Don't let me get you slacking again! Look. Chloe is still getting a lot more XP. Yeah, it's a nice combination. We have 12 EP for Estelle neutral, 26 for good old Chloe, and Mr. God himself only gets 3. He's like, I'm too tough for this. I can't believe it. You guys are 100 times stronger than when we dealt with them at the warehouses. They appear to be acting rather strange. I wonder what's going on. Looks like they're being controlled by someone. Controlled? Yeah, I agree. I'd say it's some sort of special hypnotic induction, using a combination of drugs and suggestion. This allows the person controlling them to draw out their maximum physical potential. And can someone really do that? Of course. They need to be pretty skilled to even attempt such a thing. I can only think of one group who could pull off something like this. You have an idea who might be responsible? Yeah, possibly. But there's no time to talk about it now. Let's head upstairs. Real perpetrators should be up there. Alright, let's go. I wonder who's responsible. I mean, usually big groups that can pull off such nonsense don't come cheap. And I don't think they have any personal interest. Yeah, and they come again. But we don't have any choice but to put him down the hard way. Not really. Shit, he's moved it. Still, we kinda set that up nicely. Yeah, it looks nice. Nice and neat. Well, you get hit by such an effect that you can't come out of it. That's a pain in the ass. I know how that feels. Well, but at least Chloe is almost level 20. We're getting places. The next group. I'm really sorry about this. I really don't want to fight anyone being controlled, but this isn't the time to be holding back. We don't need to kill them, just knock them out. Still not very nice way of doing things, if you ask me. Let's not risk moving him around. I love it, he's like, you're going down, and I'm sitting here like, no, not before you. 20 more for a little Chloe to level up. Would have one more group like this we could win, but I'm kinda assuming we're going to be very close to the end. See? Because there's no one else in our way. Hey, you hear that? Good job, well done. I will be able to blame this mess on the punks and everything will work out perfectly. I take it that you're satisfied with our work. Yes, you've handled things nicely. Just to make sure, you haven't left any incriminating evidence, right? You've got nothing to worry about there. Even when those fools regain their senses, they won't remember a thing. Lighthouse Keeper shouldn't wake up until morning either. Relieved to hear that. That the matron of that orphanage should give up on her dreams of rebuilding it. A series of incidents, along with the arson, looking like the work of those lowlifes. We had 2 birds with 1 stone. Perfect. Glad to see that our clients are happy with our work. However, if you don't mind me asking, what's the benefit in destroying that orphanage? One thing I've been having a hard time understanding. Yeah. Please, if you really want to know so bad, I'll let you in on a secret. May intends to transform that entire area into a series of very, very upscale vacation homes. Interesting. A scenic seaside area not far from Ruined City. What more favorable geographic conditions could there be than that for a vacation home? We'll build lavish estates there and then sell them off to the highest bidders. That's been the mayor's plan all along. Now that's a ritzy plan if I've ever heard one. And I still don't get why it was necessary to burn the orphanage to the ground. Think about it. Imagine trying to sell a luxury estate to some of a ramshackle place like that, marring the view. Not to mention all the little brats running around close by and making a ruckus. I see. Something like that would definitely cut their value in half. Instead of going to an extreme like that, why not just buy up the place? Didn't really think that stubborn woman would sell off the land left to her by her late husband, did you? If we were to haul away the burned out remains, away and build something in its place, there's not much they could do, could they? And since they have no money to rebuild the place, they'll have no choice but to accept their fate. That was your reasoning. How long have you been standing there? Long enough. For something like this. The Earth Maiden Teresa and the children burned their memories to ashes. Deprived us children of their smiles. For that. How did you know we were here? Before that. What are those lowlifes doing downstairs? Too bad for you. Taking a long nap. And I think that the mayor was behind it all. But some faces we've seen before seem to be involved too. So, you know who we are, do you? We have been briefly acquainted with that red-headed bracer before. Running off like dogs with your tails between your legs. Sicking some monsters on them means we're acquainted, huh? But now I finally got where I want you. Kill them! Kill them all! All that I've seen with eyes, I can't let them walk out of your life. It's unfortunate that you found this far, Gilbert. Well, since this is a request from a client, I guess we'll just have to comply. Let's see what you've got, Bracers. Yeah, it's exactly what I was thinking. Just because you're hired help, I don't think they are any less responsible. I think it's time to make you taste the power of the Heavy Blade. Well, I mean, it's kinda your name. The name of the game. Shadow weaving. Here's some gay-ass ninja too. I can already see as much. Bum, bum. Nice, we moved them exactly together. Precise work there. Bling! And one of them is down for the count. Well, nearly as much of a challenge as they would like to believe. Lowland Sturm! This can't be. Gilbert, steward of Maria, and you boys in black. In accordance with the laws of the Razor Guild, you are hereby placed under arrest. Give it up and surrender. You're pretty tough, I'll give you that. I enjoyed it over you, hasn't disappointed me at all. Ah, the lieutenant's going to be mad. He warned us about this. We shouldn't have been as careless as we were. Lieutenant? I mean, that guy wearing the red mask was negotiating with the Sky Bandits. I'm surprised you know about that. Looks like you dogs from the guild are better at sniffing things out than we thought. Your insults are pretty funny, as if we just gave you a serious beatdown. Now hurry up and throw down your weapons and surrender. Sorry, but we can't do that. What? What do you think you're doing? Don't move. When you closer, this guy's brains are going to be splattered all over the place. What is the meaning of this? What do you intend to do by threatening your employer? You're wrong about that. You're not our employer. The mayor is. Whether it was you or the mayor here, the outcome would have been the same. We only cooperated with you because we shared a mutual interest. We couldn't care less whether you live or die. Please, don't shoot me. Got the tears and the grab. I don't think you can get away by trying to fool us with a show like that. Yeah, my leg, my leg. Get what? Like they were serious about what they said. This isn't enough show for you. And how about we blow the brains out of the lighthouse keeper? He has nothing to do with this. That means anything to you, and I suggest you back up. Let's see. Like over by the stairs. Seems we don't have much of a choice. Yeah, that's right. Do what you're told, like the dogs you are. It looks like this is where we bid you farewell. Wait! I don't think you're getting away this time. Don't chase them. They're going to escape. Yeah, kinda expected that. A rope. These guys are seriously prepared for anything. I'm leaving you to take care of that idiot steward and the rest. What? I'm going after these guys. Rest of you, report to John and ask him for further instructions. Sorry, give me a second. Me too. Wait, can't I see that this is actually going as it should be? For fuck's sake. Okay, that is strange. Actually very strange. Give me a second here. Mine. Either I'm an idiot. Can I see this? That is very strange. Strange things happening. Okay, let's actually try just refreshing the fucking window and see if that is working, but that has taken a long time to load. Okay, should have just copied the fucking address, shouldn't I? Are you loading? Yes, you're loading. Yes, it's not loading. Ah, it's not loading. Why is it not fucking loading? Royal pain in the ass. Hours later. Pain in the ass. Yeah. Oh, wait. It has loaded. Okay, everything seems to be in order. I really hate it when things are like this. Okay. Do I need to do anything else here? I don't think so. Okay. Did you just see that? Shouldn't we go after those guys too? Oh, didn't you just hear what I got said? You can't just forget about Gilbert and those guys from the Raven game. That's right. Though I think Gilbert got what was coming to him, he's still hurt. Oh, alright. Hate to say this, but I guess we'll have to leave the rest up to Agata. Well, he's a bit of a pain in the ass to deal with anyway, so... Us in the end, just then and the others were able to take back the stolen money without incident. By the time the Mayor Stewart and the group of delinquents were safely locked up in Manoria Windmill Shed, morning had already broken. Now then, I'll keep an eye on things here. But you return to the ruin and report back to Jan. It's fine with me. I'm sure you'll be okay. Come on, I just got a whiff of sleeping powder, that's all. It all happened a little too fast for me to remember who attacked me, though. Pretty shameful, I know. Don't beat yourself up over it. Still managed to fend off 4 attackers. But you're not safe, thanks to you. Can't thank you enough. Well, I guess there's that at least. Still, I got to be okay facing them on his own. I know he's tough and all, but it still worries me. Yeah, if you say someone managed to get the drop on him. Well, no, we just have to trust that he knows what he's doing. He's been after those guys for a while now. He knows how they work. I think they'll have a tough time taking him on. Yeah, I guess you're right. We'll just have to focus on what we can do. You're right. You're exactly right. I'll hang on to the donated money until the matron wakes up. Those guys want it. I have to pry from my coat to dead fingers. Think out of me. Fine, so we go ahead. Alright, be careful. Let's go, guys. I'm keeping an eye on these idiots. Guys, head on to ruin and report back to John. So we locked them up inside the windmill. Now then. Mayor Delmore, eh? It's proven to be just about as much of a slimy asshole as I expected from his, And there's quite a bit of a difference between someone who's naturally nice, kind, and all of that nonsense, and there are people who just pretend to be. No, don't get me wrong, I admire those people who actually go through the trouble of pretending to be something they're not. It's hard work. And if you keep it up, sure, might actually become the truth at some point. Just, don't have some shady fucking asshole-ish business like this in the background. We'll just go speaking on Paul and the other kids. Gotta make him pay. Just can't let people who pick on everyone get away with it. Even from the orphanage came home crying. Gotta make him pay. Even the children we gotta make them pay. It's like, well, we reached peak assholishness on some side. Brooks were holed up in the Marine Lighthouse. I hope Mr. Ford is okay. Yeah, I don't think that old crook is going to, die anytime soon. Now then, let's actually start our nice next trip throughout the area. My CP are still completely full. Would actually not be a bad scenario to find some bomb and beat them in order to get myself some nice Zepid bonus. On one hand. The other, it's like, meh. I mean, they are a gameplay element. For good reason. But technically you can farm those to a very, very high degree. The basic farming tactic is just to build your CP up with other creatures. And you find yourself some shiny bombs and you insta-defeat one or two with your attack ability because the other ones are going to run away anyway, so kinda screwed there anyway. And it was my day to cook today. And the owner of the cable told me to let him cook in my place. I really like cooking, let me tell ya. Isn't that cool? That means you're kinda getting off early on your duties. Looks like we had some fish delivered from Ruin. I think I'll cook something in a bit, something a bit lavish this evening to help everyone recharge their batteries. These checkpoints around Liebel were useful in the war 10 years ago to separate the various troops of the Imperial Army from each other. Even today, they're still used as strategic points for the military. This is why we, as garrisons who oversee this place, can never let down a guard. I got time until I go on duty. Maybe I should catch a few weeks. The wound I got from that monster is finally healed. Guess I'm going to need to train harder to make sure that never happens again. Okay, kinda imagine where the next part is when first continue. That is probably going to be when we confronted the mayor. Now I'm going to assume, for good reason mind you, the mayor is not gonna, you know, just stop doing shit. I'm assuming he's going to put all the chips down and be like, well then, beat me and my army of minions or something. So I would say another boss fight is in our immediate future. Actually, which reminds me, where the fuck were the shining bombs in this region actually? I kinda forgot already. Take a look at this. Okay, yeah, okay, let's just go with it. Shining, Ruin. Okay, near the exit to the Vista Forest Pass is in the Ruin. Because we might actually want to beat up a few just so we can get a few of the more pricey quartz going. And I don't want to overdo it, but I kinda also want to at least get my immediate goals going. It's like with the money cheat. Cheat. With the money making method with recipes. Sure, I could sit down for half an hour and just make myself a million mirror. Kinda don't want to though. It feels too overkill and too cheap, honestly. Oh, it's you kids again. It was pretty rough the other night, wasn't it? You're all pretty crazy. Speaking of which, how are you holding up? Not too bad, I guess. I still feel a little light in the head, though. Looks like the anesthetic hasn't completely worn off. Thankfully, it's a pretty harmless drug. I should be back to normal in a little while. It's a relief to hear. Maybe I should take a little break before getting back to work. I think that's a good idea. Taking it easy is probably the best thing for you right now. Please don't overdo it. I think I'll just take your advice, young man. Can't really remember a thing about last night. For one thing, it seems like the whole darn day passed in the blink of an eye. Seems like I'm still a bit fuzzy around the edges. At least those peasant idiots did do it right, because technically speaking, with drugs like that, you can't really use them on everybody equally. For example, if you use the same amount of drug on a child that you would use on an adult, the child's probably going to die. And of course, with old people too, there's a lot of complication that can come from using such drugs. So now he should probably be just really happy that, yeah, those idiots actually managed to do it right. And it speaks of their professionalism though. To some degree, that is. I'm not gonna be like, yeah, applaud them. I'm also not gonna be like, they're just barbarians. No, they're not just barbarians. I'm just glad that the arson itself been caught. Impressed with you, bracers. It's a good thing we had you to depend on. Ah, the bracers. You have apprehended the criminals, correct? If there's anything I can do for you, please don't hesitate to ask. Could drive a man to commit such atrocities? Beyond all reason. Well, money, mostly. Honestly, no. Anyone who lets themselves get hired for a job like this, yeah, he's usually in for the money. Yeah, yes, and as well caught. I'd like to take the bastard up into the mountains to teach him a lesson or two about survival. Yeah, naked and unarmed, you will set him down in the mountains to teach him a lesson. The criminals have finally been caught. That should help put my friend's mind a little more at ease. Feel pretty good about it too. Understandable. It is Arsenal was caught. I think he should experience some street justice before he's turned over to the Bracer Guild. Be a good stoning. I mean, you know, considering that this game is... It's setting up the usual, very innocent, very nice, very Japanese-esque vision of a fantasy world where everybody is far too nice. I do like it when there are just people like this Carla sitting here like, well, how about street justice? How about we just stone them? You know, that's... Get where she's coming from. Honestly, that is a reasonable response. I would be the same. I think I've seen the person who did this before. I've no wonder if it was the mayor's personal steward. Must be mistaken though. It's too crazy to be possible. And I'm thinking that the criminal looked kind of like the mayor's steward. Not just kinda. That is the mayor's steward. And oh boy. I kinda feel like beating that fucking mayor over the head with my stick. The matron finally woke up earlier this morning. Engagers. Engagers indeed. Man, I'm so relieved. Oh, I'm starving. Little Daniel has his priorities right on again. Oh, hi, Mr. Taylor. Did you really find those guys and beat them up? Awesome. Clem is like, yes, I'm feeling good. Yay! Matron's up here again. Hello, Polly. Oh my, hello again. Yet from the innkeeper that the criminals have been arrested. You keep helping us so much, and I've no way to properly repay you. You really don't need to worry. It's nothing to be embarrassed about, really. It's probably better not tell her everything just yet. Well, going back to Rome for a little bit, so we can deliver our report. Kind keeping an eye on the prisoner, so you can relax on that score. Thank you so much. Well. Lots of wells later, I'm still sitting here like I'm going to murder somebody for this. Yes, and it's for caught. That's a relief, but it's still sad. I don't think the kids will ever completely heal from the trauma of this. You're actually underestimating them. The kids will heal a lot. The matron will probably leave behind. But will be leave behind the scar on the matron a bit more. The suspects is at the Windmill Lodge. It should be made to personally apologize to the children before it's handed over to the guild. Don't you agree? Yes. Put him in the ground, make him grovel a bit. Push his head into the ground, make sure he can really feel the weight of the boot just on his head. Elmo was behind everything. He was just pretending to be all kind and everything from the start. I'm kind of wondering about this. Will we be able to catch the mayor this time? Eh? Which raises a good question. This may be difficult. The Guild has a non-interference policy when it comes to government affairs. Considering he has control over the whole Ruin region, arresting the mayor isn't going to be easy. Hold on just a second. Doesn't anyone else find that strange? It is funny, but the law is the law. That's why the guild can have branches everywhere, even in the Bonian Empire. Yeah, but still. Anyway, let's just get to the guild and talk to John. I think he'll have some useful advice for us. Okay. I'm fine. Don't worry about me. We just need to make the man in charge pay his tab. Yes, that's right. It is absolutely, most definitively right and proper. We need to beat the living daylight out of that shithead. Otherwise it wouldn't really be satisfying. mean, come on, you can't just burn down a fucking orphanage and expect everybody to be like, well, happy-peppy about it. And I'm not much a fan of bratty little children all over the place myself, but it doesn't mean that I go up to the next orphanage and start burning it fucking down. Actually, where's my monster log? That's just the way to. I was kind of thinking that maybe they have something else. That's just the way to. Okay, game. As you can see, there's still 3 more spaces. One of them should be the bombs, if memory serves. Because we have yet to actually fight one of the bombs. Shiny perms, shiny perms. What is it, Chloe? Oh, you try going to the guild. I just remembered something I need to do. So can you go on ahead without me? I'll catch up to you shortly. That's fine. Are you going back to the campus then? Yes. I think I should report it to the headmaster. Let him know what's happening. Okay, I got it. I'll be waiting for you at the guild. I'm sorry still. You do your shot. Flo produced a notepad and pen and began scribbling furiously. This ought to do it. Seek! Seek! I understand. It's just hard to believe that Mayor Delmo was behind the recent events. There's certainly a major incident. So then, we think the mayor can be caught. I'm afraid it's going to be rather difficult. The only way to really happen is if we can be caught in the act. I figured as much. You can't be serious. You just have to allow a corrupt mayor to stay in power. No, there's no need to panic. Razor Guild's hands may be tied, but the Royal Army can get him. No. Well, Joshua, I'd like for you to go to the mayor's estate and question him. Doesn't matter if he gets angry. I just want you to buy us some time. And you will contact the Royal Army in the meantime. Precisely. I contact Leyston Fortress HQ, the Orbital Communication System, to request assistance. Not like having to rely on the army, I don't see any other option. Okay, once Chloe catches up to us, we'll go see the mayor at once. I made it. Sorry for the delay. Not at all. Perfect timing, in fact. All pretty quick for a run through the campus. Well, I'm pretty fast on my feet. So, what's the plan? We were just talking about going to the mayor's estate. You'll have to stone him with an interview while the Royal Army is contacted. I see. Maybe that wasn't so necessary after all. So will you be coming with us? Oh, yes. Please allow me to accompany you. I'll be counting on you to contact the army, John. Yes, leave it to me. You understand, you need to buy some time. Until the Royal Army shows up, you have to keep Mayor Delmore under house arrest. Much obliged. You appear to have achieved your goal without injury. If you need any other jobs, be sure to give me the juicy details. Anna was on an assignment as security for the festival. She hasn't come back yet. Maybe she's still busy with something. Somewhat, yeah. Now that we do kinda have to take, you know, nice little job here again. Now then, I think they should be somewhere around here. Yeah, I can see you. Don't you run away, perm creature. Honestly, we don't really have much of an option here. Go all in. Murder them. Alright, you can only heal, right? Lichtkreis! Basically light circle. I mean, we could try for shadow spearing them, but Shadow Spear can insta KO. Yep, worked. I mean, not much GP, but you see this 70 of all this I beat. Yeah, that is something fucking awesome. No, wrong. Yeah, see, now it's only 2 because we have the shiny bombs now. The Royal Academy is this way. We need to hurry to the Mayor's estate. Can't lose any time before the Royal Army gets here. And why the fuck did you let me actually leave the area, you mongoloid? It's also funny, they're like, we can't let you leave in that area, but they have no problem with him going all the other way to Manoria, so... Actually... Da-di-da-di-da. Hello, little shiny bomb. Yeah, but fate doesn't really help us here. All we can really do is actually aim for Shadow Spear annihilation. Like this. If it hits, it's awesome. If not, well, so is it. Can't really do much about it. Bit of a cheap tactic when you think about it, but alas. Choice is a bitch in disguise. Oh no, it is sparkling! Do not sparkle! I just want to get enough of the time thingies up so I can actually, you know... produce enough things. Actually, well, that was not the button I wanted to push. Before we do this, let's actually check if we get any new dialogue in Manoria. I don't think so. That's for God. That's a relief, but it's still sad. Yeah, but that's what you said before. Okay. So nothing new there, and we can assume that apart from Ruin, where we have not yet talked to everybody, we have all the talkies done. And we can't go to the academy, that with that is out of the area we need to concern ourselves with. Only really leave the Ruin to the talkies. Still, kinda have to go back and forth to get ourselves a few more bombs. Oh shit. This is precisely the sort of thing I wanted to avoid. Running into them head first, but so nice. Can happen. Usually you want to come from the backside and then have as many 3 turns basically as you can, because, well, they are, as you can see, still rather annoyingly hard to catch. Yeah, well, what can you do? But yeah, basically farming like this is it is the most common method to do it. Of course, using stuff like Shadow Spear, whichever. See, even on Nightmare, the Shining Bombs are not dangerous with their attack. All they can really do is take some of your EP away, right? I mean, so far, so good. They are relatively well at giving you EP. EXP. So you kinda wanna go for that, you know. Bling! Bling! That's of course the most unhappy circumstance. Not even get one. But it's a 20% chance, that's 1/5 chance. That's actually saying all it needs to do. I just want to get like, let's say 500 or so in the time quartz area. It also helps me kind of rebuild my lost CP again. But seriously, I think actually would be faster if we could go into the forest, but we can't. No, fuck's sake. I wanted to avoid that like the plague. Ah, well, what can you do? Because then I can at least build a few more of the Action 2 stones, and that would already be helping a lot. Oh, for fuck's sake, not 2 times in a fucking row. Sometimes. Sometimes one has to question their sanity. For some reason this time they're like, well, we're going to stay around now. I mean, I'm not against that at all. In fact, please stay around even longer. See, one more time like this and we would have everything. I mean, I guess 600 would be better because that's at least 3 stones. Going by the idea that they cost 200 at worst. I think actually that would be reasonable. Technically speaking, if I were ultimately luckily, I would actually be able to get them all in just one bloody turn. But that is fucking unbelievable unlikely. It is possible. I think I've actually seen it once. It's just, you know, it really does not happen often. Which is pretty obviously. You have a 1 in 5 chance of actually KOing them with your Shadow Spear. Which means, if it's 3 against 3 like it is right now, you would have to be rolling on the table and get the same result 5 times in a row. Yeah, it is bloody fucking unlikely. To put it very mildly. Nope. Gotcha in the back. But yes, potentially speaking, it is possible. Just, you know, likelihood. Likelihood is a very important thing to think about. See, this is a far more likely result going by the logic right here. Again, this is a very fair chance. 1 in 5, okay, I can absolutely go for that. That is a fair, relatively fair chance. A lot fairer than some of these catcher games. And a certain someone likes to play, and she even technically she's brought us into the fold as well. At least for some. But still, I do not feel the need to invest any money in that. It was kind of fun, like, here, have a gift for your birthday. What is it? It's a Google Play card. Okay, so what can I do with it? Well, it's money you can spend on your game, and I'm like, I don't want to spend money on the game. Yeah, too bad, now you have it. Okay. It was one of those very fun conversations with like two people talking about very, very different things apparently. And why they should be seen in any way, shape or form. Well, I still actually leveled up from that. Nice. And we now have an assload of little thingies. And let us run back into good old Rune and start our little conversation, respectively powering up to her. I wonder why we have the fondest memories of times that we'll never see again. That's just how your memory works. It's gonna bring the bright times a lot brighter. It's someone talking, and it was some weird guy with really strange hair. He looked like he had plenty of mirror, but he was really self-important and rude. Definitely didn't measure up to your average Ruanian man. He must be a tourist. She's like, yeah, no, our men here, they are the best. Look at them. Or brawny, going out on the sea, doing shit. He used to be a fisherman, at least until the mayor pushed for the town's focus to change from fishing to tourism. My wife suggested that I become a tour guide instead. I pushed for the town's focus to change. I'm talking about Mr. Norman, the owner of the Hotel Blanche. He brought an old inn and turned it into the hotel you see now. He apparently got along well with the mayor since he helped us get our jobs as guides. My mom and dad both have today off from work. Gonna play for as long as I can. Little one is happy. Always a good sign when your children are happy about playing with you. Ah yes, Nikita is also a student at the Royal Academy. Perhaps I should ask her what kind of tests she's had to deal with. I'd hate to have to ask the lady next door. Doesn't cost a lot of mirror to attend school at the Royal Academy. I don't know what my wife is thinking. I think that studying natural science has a lot to do with my dream of crewing a ship. Just got to try my hardest on the Royal Academy entrance exam. You're gonna get your poor parents into debt for paying for you. You know that, right? He just goes and takes that boat. I'm going to be so angry. I could just take out a boat. Where would be the best place to do? One of the Brazier could recommend anything to see. People living in Ruin seem to be quite busy. I think that may be the sole reason that Ruin still survives. The mayor has been so busy that he hasn't even had time to appear at church. Don't piss off the clergy, that's not a good idea. even if they don't hold absolute power, they're still an absolute annoyance. Rumor is that the Duke is here to inspect the area. If he is, haven't seen him at all. I've seen an old man in nice clothes who talks funny though. Oh, I almost have it. I'm missing... Let's see. I'm missing... one cast, which is 200 time, of course. One action, which is 200 times. So 400 in total I would be missing. Question is, do we want to go for just a bit more farm and get a shit done? White Gehenna again. Nice. And she also has White Gehenna now. Full White Gehenna team. Honestly, I not care overly much for White Gehenna for some situations, because in some cases it's just a little better to actually have just Shadow Spear and go for the 1 and 5. There's actually one way you can deal with some boss fights if you play on Nightmare. And it's the one reason why I'm not doing it. I don't really want to think about it too hard. Can't wait to go back to Sunday school. Get to see my friends and the priest is funny. The Harbour Master Portos is quite a popular fellow. Yet no such thing as a surefire fishing spot where the fish will always bite without fail. But to see how the day looks and figure out how to handle it for yourself. No one's going to just hand you the answers, but to find them on your own. That's what a good fishing spot is all about. But it doesn't mean that there's ever a good excuse for not fishing. Oh... okay, I suppose. If that is your way of life, then sure. But many people can actually get through that way. The owner of the hotel is named Norman. He lives in a house on the southern block. Put a lot of work into expanding the tourist trade. Yeah, we kinda talked to him a few times. That's the guy in the funny suit. Very, very busy fella. There's been boys running all over the place lately. I don't know what the world's coming to. Been around for quite some time, so I know what's what. Yeah, and you were a boy too at some point, so you've probably been running around trying things out on your time too, didn't ya? You old fella, have you forgotten about it already? Okay, so we need a few more things. I guess we can farm them relatively quickly. My brother didn't come home last night. Maybe he's just wandering around somewhere. Oh well, I'm sure he'll turn up. Yeah, we make me worry about him ever since we were kids. Yeah, that's just how it is with siblings. I see. And figured out the significance. Stop thinking about the significance of the map, you idiot. That map has no significance at all. Oops. We has helped out the tourism industry a lot, but the budget for the port facilities has been gradually cut every year. Folks who aren't happy about that are getting more insistent. It's actually the problem. You can't just diverse completely away from what is originally there. You have to make a gradual change. Otherwise you're gonna piss people off. And that is, that's a surefire way to get some problems. Quentin is a big place, a lot of different countries and people. Perhaps you lot will get the chance to travel the land someday. It's important to spend time with different cultures and learn about them. That is, if you want to be a well-rounded adult like me. He says. Praising himself. Liberal Oval Ship Corporation has its headquarters in Grand Cell. We've been to the main office once for training. Interesting. So they're actually starting from the capital city, eh? Now then, if I go back to Bowser, I have a ton of work waiting for me. So much for my vacation. Don't watch my tone though. You want to make me run or angry. Yes, I mean, back to the good old trade business in Bowser. Kinda like that he reappears here. Ready to communicate from the main office about the R&D work. It's good news, but still. He hasn't said anything. But I heard about it from Edwin. Dave wants to develop a new Sacian Orbital engine model. I think that's pretty awesome. That is pretty awesome. Developing a fucking new engine. I hate it when it's all gloomy like this. Guy's pretty good at designing stuff, but when it comes to the fixing part, well... still pretty damn amazing. Landing port Ruan. I do like it that designs and stuff actually. You can really see that someone took really care with all the map design, because, you know, there's not just random lettering all over the place. Like here, there are actually some signs that you can just fucking read, you know? That makes sense. If I could actually zoom in enough, I might actually be able to read something in there, but, yeah. Pretty hard to do that. I do like it though. Quite a few nice little details. All around. Now, what did I say? What did I need in... in quartzes? That's 200. It's 400. It's basically only 400 more. I mean, sure, we can farm those before we go to the south area. Because once we're there, things are going to go on. So I think that is most of the stuff I need. Okay, that was just a fucking brutal attack there. For no good fucking reason. Oh well, let's try our luck. I mean, what else can we do, honestly? Nice. And that's interesting thing, you can't really foresee how any sort of combat encounter like this is going to go, because, well... that's just how it is. Okay, so 400 is our goal, and then we have everything we want at least 4 times. Which will allow us to... basically use most setups I tend to use. I'm not an expert, mind you. I've played enough of this game to know what I'm gonna aim for. Most of the times, if you don't know for some bloody fucking reason... is it this one? Is it actually this one? This one? Where the fuck is it? Yeah, this one. If you want to see what you need in required elements for any magic, you can just go here, look it up, basically. So for example, here you can see for what you need for White Gehenna, what you need for stuff like Chaos Brand, for example. Now, that doesn't tell you what of those are good and what is bad, but you will get people with very specific setup lines in their little augment, and that kind of helps. For example, most of the water arts will always be held by Chloe, mostly because most of her fucking slots are water. So you can make use of that to basically get an idea, and of course there will be a point where we have all of the available people in our team, which tends to help. So yeah, the rest is basically just simple and easy trial and error. It works pretty well, I'd say. But yeah, there are just some... you want to get AoE spells, and if you know, for example, if you save often, as you should in any game, basically, then you will try your hand at any boss fight and you will actually get an opportunity to maybe reload and start again. Then you can just, you know, remember what they're weak against and set up specifically for that. You can. That can kind of help if you're really into trouble, but then again on normal difficulty, as long as you don't ignore leveling up for some bloody reason, you should really never find yourself in a situation where it's too bad, even if you're setting up in a less than ideal way. Example, you can't give everything just HP plus and stuff like this. That's a pretty damn obvious choice, it's gonna help. But there's that, for example. Also allows them to use some simple water arts at the very least, which means healing. But there's that. And you can start from there, basically trying out your own little methods. And normally you don't really need to go for any ideal setup anyway, which is a good thing, which is also why I preferred LoH to Nightmare. The first time I played Nightmare I was really cursing a lot. Not because it was hard, necessarily, in an unbeatable hard way, no, just because it was actually forcing me to play in a very specific way, instead of, you know, just playing free like the wind, and go like, well shit, I'm doing what I want. Okay, interesting fact. How close is Joshua? Again, we have 14, 4. Okay, so you have closed the gap a bit. At least since you're not going to once again get the exact same as the Stell in the way of EXP, and not gonna be able to close the gap even further. But yeah, this should not really take that long. Then I have that out of my mind. Then comes probably the next nasty surprise once we are in the next city. And next is, if memory serves, Zeiss. Yeah, I will Shadow Spear. Such a basic bitch spell when you think about it, but it's really useful for things like this. Because those things, they are basically immune to most of the arts. You can deal with them physically a bit, but chances is you're not going to push out enough damage to actually get rid of them in the allotted time. Honestly, your real option, your only real option, mind you, is to deal with them with instant death effects like this. Doesn't really make for the most impressive way of farming, but what can you do? What can you do indeed? But to be fair, it is a role-playing game. A lot of rinse and repeat is always going to be involved with it. At least as far as the more Japanese variant goes. I think Western variants actually try to avoid unnecessary grinding, mostly. Although I will say, does to some degree reduce the amount of basically overpowering you can achieve, which is okay-ish, but also kind of sad. I mean, even Pillars of Eternity, because when you play it like I do, going through all of the nonsense, you kind of end up a bit overpowered from many areas. And the game's like, I'm warning you, can make it harder, but it's your choice. And I'm like, no, I don't want to. I actually want to feel like my leveling up has an impact on the story. Basically, if I go through everything and I become stronger than what I necessarily need to be in any given area, I want to actually feel that. I want to go in there with a feeling of getting overpowered. If you take that away, then all of my leveling up is not really going to make that much fun, because I'm always going to feel like I'm actually fighting for my life. Although, to be fair, that too is somewhat a part of the whole different perspective things. I like it because, well, that's basically because of the influences I've gone through, so to speak. One of those influences being the Japanese variants like this. But of course, this is just one perspective. Other people who are much no. I would very much like to have every combat feel like a death struggle, basically. That's okay too. I'm not saying that my method is the only one and it's perfect. If it doesn't, because it quite literally doesn't account for the people. And there's always, of course, the option. If a game doesn't play to your liking, play a different game. The one thing I do kinda hate is people who come in and be like, no, change things to my liking. Why should anyone do that? If there's something out and people who like it, and then you're coming along and going like, you need to change everything just to please me, it kind of makes you an asshole, doesn't it? Quite a bit of an asshole, actually. Mind you. And I've seen that happening quite a few times. I think the one that is most debated when it comes to that is actually when it comes to stuff like Dark Souls. I mean, I played through that. It was a pain in the ass, and I don't want to go there ever again. It's not my kind of game. It is trying to be hard for being hard, basically. Which is okay, mind you. If you have fun with that, sure, that's cool. But at no point was I sitting there like, okay, people need to change this, I need to have more modes, I need to have an easy mode for me personally. Like, no, I'm going to play this, and if I can't finish this, then that's how it is. That's how it should be. That's how the game is meant to be. That's totally okay by my point. I played it once. I will never come back. It was a pain in the ass? Sure. Was it worth it? Sure. I had something out of it. More than enough, if you ask me. Never ever do I hope I will end up as being the sort of person who would go for... being such an annoying person. Pain in the ass. Yeah, and I mean, don't get me wrong, it's not like I have never thought like, wouldn't they just make this a bit different? Sure, I've thought so to myself. The difference is I'm not going outside of my usual routines than to start bitching and moaning publicly about how they need to change anything. Bit of a difference there. I haven't seen those delinquents around in the past few days. Maybe the mayor drove them out. But don't worry, I'm going to drive the mayor out next. Man, the fake POTUS was just like the real deal. Not just the way he looked, but he even talked and moved the same way. It's downright creepy. But it's full of amazing people. Yeah, even in the worst way. Chief POTUS may not look like much, but he's sharp and dependable. Chief POTUS has something on his mind again. And something bothering you. I think it's best to relax sometimes. Can help you come up with a solution. Actually not wrong with that, man. Actually not wrong. It's you. I'm sorry for getting so angry earlier. Didn't know the full story. Ark tells me that my doppelganger truly was the spitting image of me. A shame, really. If I'd caught him, would have made him do all the work around here, no one would be any wiser. Just kidding, of course. Yeah, it's fairly so old. I'd love to be able to buy a replacement. One more thing I need to take up with the mayor, I guess. That's getting to be a problem. Yeah, especially because the mayor doesn't give a shit about the heart and soul of fucking ruin. We could make this into some sort of, you know, tourist attraction too. If you were willing to invest the money in stuff. But outright basically letting it rot is probably not a good solution. I did notice that the lighthouse was lit until this morning. What happened? Hope that old fort was nodding off like I usually do. Well, no, he's more responsible than you. Mayor gave the order to stop all work at the port. Chief POTUS can't tuck him out of this. We're in trouble. Ruin still needs a port. Body boop beady boop boop. Next voyage is supposed to be a shipment of augment goods to the Aronian Empire. The port dinner is crowded with military ships. Makes it hard to concentrate. You know, I still get tense when I have to dock there. Waiting to deliver a bunch of augment goods to Aroni next. Cramped to the gills of battleships, not good for the nerves. Way back when, the port had better government funding. It's been pretty tough lately. Reporters never give up. Yeah, said he's not the mayor now, I see. Some guy with a weird haircut and really ugly gaudy clothes went into the mayor's estate. Which reminds me, I heard that some kind of bigwig is staying somewhere in ruin. A strange man go to the mayor's home a bit ago. Didn't know whether to laugh or cry. His tasting clothes were so bad. That haircut. He's like, mind you, this is absolutely the latest hatch in the capital city. Marshman is constantly worried these days. If he doesn't do something about it soon, he'll wind up completely at his wit's end. I think my son should put a little more pressure on him. I don't think he knows what he really wants. The tug of war between the two of them is really getting on my nerves. The bus is probably at the harbor. My dad said not to go and see him though. My dad never plays with me. No, my husband is busy, but I wish she'd spend more time with her children. Yeah, it's always hard to find a good middle ground for that, isn't it? The big source of the changes in ruin has been the proliferation of airships. When the airships stopped flying yesterday, a lot of folks cancelled their travel plans. Or reach a point where a ruin could exist without those flying contraptions. Deep, 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 deep. Actually not too unhappy with what I have set up. Though I kind of fear for the worst. Man, this place is huge. It's really doing all that nasty stuff from a place this nice. I don't think that really matters. Mayor Delmer is originally from a large family of nobles. I think this estate has been passed down for generations. Okay, so the estate wasn't paid for blood at least. That's something. Anyway, we need to find him and question him. Time wars, important people used to come here. Important or not, they sure did up their fair fuddy. Well, let's just say it's sometimes kinda hard to understand how the fucking nobles came up with some of the nonsense they're doing. Welcome to the ruined mayoral estate. I'm terribly sorry, but the mayor is currently attending to some guests. Perhaps you could come back another time. What? Now hold on, just 1 second. I'm pretty sure we know who the guest is. It's Duke Dunnan, isn't it? What? Wait, that's exactly it. Have you received an invitation as well? Yes, it came directly from the mayor himself. I apologize for the inconvenience, but would you mind? Want to take a closer look? You appear to be racers. If circumstances demand it, then please go on up. Mayor and the Duke are in the banquet hall on the 2nd floor. Excellent. Thank you for your help. Blush. Just like blush. Alright. So many guests arriving. I really must prepare some tea. Please pardon me. You're sure. You filthy little whore, you really did well, didn't you? He's like, what? Nothing. I was thinking how impressive it was that you knew the Duke was here. No, it's a matter of asking the right questions. He's planning to sell vacation homes to the rich, remember? Duke Dunnan might as well have a bullseye target painted on his misshapen head. Wow. Yeah, it's smart thinking. Did you come up with the line about the mayor inviting us? It wasn't a line. He did invite us over the first time we met him. If those ravens start making trouble again, feel free to drop by and let me know, or something like that. Oh, that's right. So he did invite us. Yeah, exactly. Well, why don't we head up to the banquet hall? Joshua, you little finicky little... I mean, he is not technically speaking lying at all. He's telling the absolute truth. Oh dear. Little daughter seems shittily smitten. La 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 la. Oh, those piercing amber-colored eyes. That's where I would get lost at them. Yeah, you really got a bit, you know. But I bet he's interested a bit about that. Where's that Gilbert lad? I heard that we had an important guest coming in. The Gilbert lad is kinda busy right now, sitting in a windmill. Enjoying the view, I hope. I must wonder what's being discussed behind these doors right now. I must have speaking with Duke John, you see. I like the sound of that. Rome would be the perfect place for a vacation home. I think I might stay for a while. I had a feeling you'd think so. I tell you to it that you get the finest place available, my lord. I believe you'll be quite satisfied. You're quite a smooth talker. Good, money is no object. Prepare me an estate that is worthy of your future king. Make it as splendid as your holdings here. Pardon me, my lord, but wait a moment. The queen asked you to consult with her before spending such an amount of... Charlotte Philip, I am to be your next king. Such verses are every day for a man of my standing. Yes, of course. Well said, your grace. We can get a written contract together shortly. But first, one more drink. Oh. Hi there. Greetings from the Racer Guild. You. What do people want? You look kind of familiar. Oh, it's you. Hi, Mr. Butler. We just dropped by to talk to the mayor. No biggie. This one too. If you're in guild business, you should speak with some semblance of manner. I'm in the middle of an important discussion, so why don't you come back later? I apologize for our rudeness, Mayor. We intend no disrespect. We simply came to report to you that we have identified the arsonist. That. Well, then I suppose. Lord, would you excuse us for a moment? No. Say what you're going to say here. This sounds interesting. But it's okay. Maybe the Duke will have something to add. It won't do any harm for him to hear this, will it? Well, you must. While we're on the subject, it seems that Matron Teresa was attacked again last night. Could the arsonist be linked to that? It seems very likely. Unfortunately, the attackers are still at large. I see. Still, at least you say you know who they are now. So who did it? Who indeed? Exactly who you think it is, Mayor Delmore. I see. That's quite a shame. So I could make them see the error of the ways before it was too late. I suppose it was a vain hope of my part. What are you talking about, Mr. Mayor? Do you mean who? The Ravens, of course. They've been in hiding ever since last night. I'm sorry, sir, but they aren't responsible. This time they claim to be victims themselves. What? Oh, without further ado, the culprit is... you give me an option here. You, Mayor Delmore. We already have Gilbert in custody, and we know everything. We also have proof that you stole the money donated to restore the orphanage. Your legacy set on fire. Can you deny that charge? No, nonsense. Do you think I know those people in the black clothes? Oh, well now. It's a little strange. I didn't say anything about black clothes. He's like, good shit. Yeah, let the anger overtake you. Remember that your anger leads to power, but that power is fucking weak and is gonna get beaten by the Jedi every single time. This is absolutely ridiculous. Gilbert was acting alone. You don't know when to give up, do you, old man? We know that you were plotting to build vacation homes on the land the orphanage occupied. We still deny the charges laid against you. Sister little brats, but I've had those developments planned in place for ages. As part of ruined city planning. What reason would I have to be so impatient that I'd resort to criminal acts? Well, how about a mountain of debts to pay off? Niall, what are you doing here? Figured I'd come to the mayor's place to do some investigating. And I see you two going in. The whole thing smelled fishy, so I decided to sneak in. That's it in a nutshell. Just who the hell are you? Oh, I'm a reporter with the Nibel News. My name's Niall Burns. Actually, I've been checking into the city's financial affairs recently, and what I see is that Mayor Delmore here has been diverting funds from the city budget lately. That's the funds for the expansion project. I'm not buying it. You haven't even started construction. So it was kind of strange, so I dug deeper and found links to the airship company's services. That was quite a little surprise. 1 year ago, you took more than a few trips to the Calvert Republic. I was just sightseeing. A reasonable claim, but the truth is that you've amassed a nice big debt over there, am I right? Losing me how? By using town funds to speculate in risky commodities, in the hopes of cashing in. Buying goods when they're cheap, selling them when they're high, that kind of thing. No, I get it. So, how much did you lose? What my fellow reporters over there told me. Something to the tune of 100 million mira. Fuck's sake, you idiot! What? 100 million mira? Oh, fuck's sake. It's like someone going like, oh yeah, by the way, honey, I kinda gambled on crypto and now I got like 10 million in debt. From a normal person perspective. That's 100 times the amount donated to the orphanage rebuilding. I can certainly see why one might turn to crime over the amount that high. 100 million. I'm pretty free with my spending, but I've got nothing on you. This isn't a competition, you know? The Duke's like, yeah, not even I would spend that much money. Not without job consolidation. Now that you mention it. He took funds from the city budget to pay off his debts and stave off any questions, but I can't understand why he would turn to arson and theft to build his vacation homes. It just all seems so random. Where's your proof? Go ahead and run your story with all its wild speculations. I'll sue you and the newspaper for libel. Suddenly confident, are we? And you will. Briscoe does not have the authority to arrest me. I'm the mayor. I want you out of here, now. I guess he's right. He knows he's right. Mayor, may I ask you one question? What now? What is the suit of the Royal Committee doing associated with such people? Disgraceful. Return to the campus at once. Chloe looked Mayor Elmore directly in the eyes. Expression cold and stern. Why did you not use your own assets to pay off your debt? 100 million mira, certainly a lot of money. And I think that House Delmore surely has enough assets to settle the matter. This estate, for instance, that would easily sell for at least 100 million mira. Don't be ridiculous. The estate has been handed down in the Delmore family for generations. How could I ever simply let it go? The orphanage was no different. For many it was a place fondly remembered. No one has the right to destroy something like that. How could you do such a thing? Dare you link in this estate to the dilapidated old hovel? You care for no one but yourself. More than being the mayor, or being the head of House Delmore. You pitiful man. Oh, and he's also going like, ha 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 ha. By the way with words, young lady. Let's see if you'll change your tune in a few minutes. Fango, Bronco, come, it's dinner time. What the? Let's smell. Bum bum bum. What the hell are those things? Monsters. My lord, oh no, the Duke has collapsed. Mostly from the alcohol though. Unbelievable. You actually keep monsters as pets. Everything you think you know will die with you here. Don't worry, if there's anything left of you, I'll dump it in the river. He's crazy. He's crazy. So, getting freaky monsters part of the stoning plan now. Well, at least now we can arrest him for trying to kill us. Surely his stuff will stick too after this. Maybe he vows no ill will. I will not allow you to harm anyone. Okay, pain in the ass. How much of a pain in the ass are you going to be? Let's find out by some easy testing with a good old-fashioned bit of white Gehenna. Also see how Joshua's, that is the ranged attack actually. That is why his ring is a bit bigger. Jesus, you really know how to bite? Brutally, don't you? White Gehenna! More white Gehenna! Even more white Gehenna! I think if we can actually get another turn completely through, we are pretty much done. Oh shit. We can't really get them together, eh? Heal yourself then. Bling! Completely healed. That's the amount of healing. And that is why Chloe is such a bloody brilliant healer. Look at this amount of XP. Heck, even Chloe is almost level 21. It can't be. My sweet babies! How could you do this? You want to talk? According to the basic protocol, this time with authority, we're placing you under arrest. Surrender, and you will not be harmed. Leave me no choice but to use my trump card. I went. Time stop! I can't move. Did he use an orbital art? No. This has to be an artifact. What the hell is that? Well, well, your knowledge is impressive, Miss Rins. This is the Crown of the Road, an artifact which happens to be a family heirloom. It can completely paralyze anyone within range in the blink of an eye. It's crazy. What does the Church know about such a powerful artifact? With a tool crafted by the wise ancient themselves, what else would one expect? Tech developments can't even begin to compare to this. Sadly, it only has that one function. It means I'll have to sully my hands and dispose of you myself. Should consider this an honor. Let's see, I think I'll start with the smart mouse little brat first. Why are you calling smart mouse? Perhaps I'll save the intelligent girl for last? Now, what was that you were saying about authority? You would plead for your lives? It might help, but I doubt it. Do you? Yeah, right. Keep your filthy hands off. Keep your filthy hands off of Estelle. Don't you harm a single hair on her head. I'll use every technique I know to cut your miserable carcass to pieces. You're certainly too big for someone who can't even wrinkle his fingers. Fine, I'll start with you. Stop! I'll never let you get away with hurting him. Die. Oh, what? That light. I mean, if I could just read my camera. What's going on? I can't move again. Estelle, what was that black light? I don't know. I think came from the top my dad sent us. Impossible. A family heirloom. My artifact. It's broken. It hardly matters, since you've played your last card. It's time to face reality. Yeah. I believe you'd really stop this slow. It's disgusting. They will not be taken in. Yeah. After him. Okay. I can't let a story like this get away. Oh my. I believe I've lost a few years of what little life remains to me. My lord, are you alright, my lord? Monsters! Monsters! Wing! It's a chasing scene and I'm not even chasing. All done automatically. That's an interesting feeling. I just like kids these days too fast. Oh, he's camping! He has a boat! Hey, what's that? Made almost, yeah. Hey, wait! We can go after him in this boat. Come on, you two. Get on board. Alright. And it's like, no, don't leave me behind. Hey, let me come too. Go on, nice block. Oh yeah, hey. Who's opening the fucking bridge? Alright, we're closing in. Let's grab the smaller light back. We can have the we have the edge, it seems. Damn stone little. Take this. Still blocks bullets with her stuff because she can. I'll teach you not to trust with Bracer. Apart from other things like, you know, reality. Yeah, sure. Flank him on the right. Should it? Huh? Ah, fuck. Oh, how did he get so fast? Wind is blowing towards open water. Let's catching his sails and giving him a boost. Not good. At this rate, the yacht has a clear advantage. Won't be able to catch up. Hey, what now? It looks like Ideo smiles on me today. Bid you farewell, brats. Gotta be kidding. We were so close. He's going to get away. There must be something we can do. What? Here. Yeah. Alright, getting away is all well and good, but what now? I have no choice but to head for the Empire. If I lay low for a while, maybe he... What? You're fucked. The way his sword is just going like boop. It's actually interesting that those airships can actually, you know, be used as ships. That's kinda impressive. What's this airship? It's the Royal Army. No, the coat of arms is wrong. It's the Royal Guards ship, a high-speed cruiser. The name is the Assay. Well, looks like we got here just in time. Blue and white uniform. You are Her Majesty's Royal Guards. Precisely. I am the company commander, Julia Schwarz. That's one very German name, isn't it? I am Marshal of Ruin. I'm placing you under arrest for arson, robbery, and embezzlement, among other charges. This is a dream. It has to be. No. What's going on? Then called the Royal Army for reinforcements. How did they get here so fast? Oh dear, bracers! Your cooperation is greatly appreciated. Please let us handle this matter. I pressed Major Delmer for information once he gained consciousness, but I can't remember anything regarding the past few hours very well. He remembers them at all. He's also drawing a complete blank about the Arsenal robbery. Really? Kinda like the leader of the Sky Bandits. Maybe it's related to those men in black from before. Well, even if you can't remember, the crimes are pretty clear-cut. It should go without saying that we'll be checking out his tour too. However, anything, we'll be sure to let the Bracer Guild know. We appreciate it. By the way, Lieutenant, I have a favor to ask. What might that be? Would it be all possible for me to get aboard that ship as well? It's supposed to be the most advanced airship ever to come out of his eyes. Make for a great story, and I really need one. I'm afraid not. The essay was only just completed, and is still undergoing flight testing. I must ask that you not comment on her at all, until she is officially unveiled. Come on. But at least give me something about the mayor and the steward being arrested. Don't worry, the facts of the story will be given over to the Royal News Agency. So then, please refrain from reporting any of this. What choice do I have? Alright, I can do this. I can write a story with even the barest scrap of info. But hurry back to the agency and put these events to papers. If you pardon me, everyone. Well, he's in his usual high spirits. What do you expect any less? Showed at the Liber News. Circulation has increased dramatically of late. Hope he's not planning to write a big propaganda piece. What do you mean? Never mind. That was quite impressive, First Lieutenant Schwartz. Colonel. Oh, Colonel Richard. Oh, I remember you. I presume that you are the new bracers the guild spoke of. Oh, so you were the one Jen got in touch with. Colonel Richard. Yes, I received word at Leyston Fortress, where the royal forces were stationed. But as quickly as I could, only to find that the crisis had passed. Excellent work, Lieutenant. That's very kind of you, sir. Still, I wonder, what would bring the guards from the Royal City here so quickly? Perhaps you know of a road so secret that even our intelligence division is unaware of. Surely you jest. Come on now, Captain. There's hardly a time to pick a fight. Simply admiring the proactive stance of the Royal Guardsmen. It's good to have you on our side. Please, you, Lieutenant, we'll take over the investigation from here. Move matters to Leyston Fortress. If the mayor will be well attended to there. Yes, sir. I understand. Now, if you'll excuse me, ladies and gentlemen of the Bracer Guild and Royal Guard, and the young lady in the uniform. Fate willing, I think we shall see each other again. That I bid you farewell. Safe travels, everyone. I don't like them. They're suspiciously... Yeah, the next ones I'm going to be rambling about being suspicious for the rest of time. Maybe I'm just imagining things. That the Conde looked like he was eyeballing Chloe to anyone else. Was he? I'm sure it's just because he doesn't see students very often in his line of work. I would make too much of it. I'll bet you're right. Yeah, that's probably it. It's not the impression I got at all. I'm certain that he's just as surprised as you are. It's hard to believe the racer so young would be so capable. He might be scouting you out to become part of the Royal Guard. Come on, don't flatter us. We had a lot of help in this case. You need to be so modest. You're not full-fledged racers yet, but I assume that you wish to become so. Well, yes, we're training for it. We intend to travel all over the country for the Queen's birthday celebration as part of our preparations. I see. You're partaking in self-study then. Lieutenant Schwartz, everything's ready for the CEO's departure. Knowledge. Lieutenant Joshua. And Chloe too, of course. We must be leaving soon. I hope that our paths will cross again. Yes, ma'am. We're looking forward to it. Thank you very much. Regiment, attention! Oh. Well, guards ship, guardsman, warship, I say, prepare for takeoff. It's a nice ship, isn't it? Look at it, smooth. The fact that you can land it in water too is kinda cool. I like it. Multifunctionality, my friends. Very important. Especially if your capital is built right next to a fucking big sea. You kinda, want to be able to land in it. Well, salute and fanfare to go with it. Yeah, it's a little overwhelming. Yeah, and a state-of-the-art ship to boot. I guess you'd expect as much from the defenders of Her Majesty the Queen. True. Lieutenant Schwartz sure is cool now, though. She kinda reminds me of that character that Chloe played, Oscar the Knight. I think so too. What an odd coincidence. Yeah, coinky dink. Oh, don't tell me. The Royal Guardsman showed up, and Yasei was there too. She's supposed to be cutting edge. Stupid, I just worked at the info desk. I'd have liked to see that. I never figured you for the military enthusiast. Still, didn't you end up speaking to Colonel Richard? Yes, he was on duty at Leiston HQ. Not know how the Royal Guardsman got here so quickly though. I guess there's a lot more cross-communication in the military than I thought. Amazing that they managed to communicate at all, given how many agencies there are. Regular army, border patrol, intelligence, the Royal Guard. Must be pretty complicated. Cleaning up after the incident like this will be a major undertaking. What will happen to the administration of Ruin from now on? Yeah, as the mayor's been arrested. Imagine they'll be sending in someone as acting mayor. If Delmore's found guilty, elections will have to be held. Plus, reparations will probably have be made toward the orphanage. Really, thank goodness. All of this is thanks to Estelle and Joshua. Thank you so much, truly. Come on, you don't have to be so formal. Just did what was right. Plus, it was just asked. I had to play the big part. Speaking of... Jen, have you received any word from him? Yes, but unfortunately, I'm afraid he wasn't able to capture the men in the black uniforms. They were not alone, apparently. Agatha was ambushed. What? Is he alright? Yes, managed to defeat them. I believe he gave chase, and they're on the way to Zeiss. And now he's probably well outside of Ruin. Wow. Talk about hardcore. Well, he's got plenty of experience after all. We've been chasing those black-clad characters for a while. I think they're related to a job your father asked him to do. Yeah, it asked him. And Agatha just did what he asked. Well, the one to put Agatha of the Ravens in his place was none other than Cassius himself. Whatever he might be, like to claim, Agatha stood no chance against him. Oh, seriously. Cassius really beat some sense into him. Agatha's too stubborn to simply say thanks and leave it at that. I get it. Maybe that's why he's so abrasive when it comes to us. Abrasive barely covers that guy's attitude. Yes, he's not so high and mighty. Where's Dad involved, huh? Oh, speaking of your father. Jumping wrong? What about the black government that led up and saved our lives at the mayor's estate? Oh yeah, that's right. So much has been going on that I forget all about it. I wonder what that was all about. That ointment may have saved our skins, but it was still weird. Unusually colored ointment, huh? What can you tell me about it? Well, Stella explained that it, along with a memo, had been in a package addressed to Cassius. Oh my, that's quite a story. Okay, asking about the Professor R. Would it be? You know what it means? Not specifically. I've got a hunch, but nothing to back it up. If you want to know more about its origin, I'd suggest going to Zeiss. Why Zeiss? As you should know, Zeiss is famous for the manufacture of ointments. There must be someone there who might know something about a ointment. Makes sense. Why never learn more about the black ointment without consulting an expert? We still have more training here to finish. Well, about that, you may want to prepare yourselves. Received recommendations. What? Really? Aha. You had to have seen this one coming. I mean, you got a recommendation from Bose after the Sky Bandit incident. Given your crucial roles on all the cases recently, I see no reason not to award it. Assessment and reward have been prepared. Jesus Christ, we're getting a lot of money out of this. Received paper for Teresa the Target. Junior Bracer. Third class. Received Deathblow 1 quad as a perk. Nice. Oh, well, there's a pay of performing in the campus festival. Thank you for everything you've done for us. Come now, you've earned it. Confess, I'd also like to see you advance as quickly as possible. I believe we'll be able to make the best use of your talents this way. Thank you, Chan. Well, do our best to live up to your expectations. Congratulations, both of you. I'd be kind of lonely here without you, though. Yeah, you're right. It would be tough to say goodbye. Oh, please don't mind me. I'm just being selfish. Will you please tell me when you find out what day you're leaving? I'd like to see you off, at least. Fast the letting checkpoint. Right, that means we can't leave. I'm kind of missing here. This area is kind of nice. Oh, it's actually the end of the chapter 2. Legend of Heroes, Trails in the Sky. Chapter 2. Madrigal of the White Magnolia. Hint. Prologue ending, Chapter 1 ending, Chapter 2 ending. What's happening here? Yeah, starving bastard. Hey, hey, hey! And how the heck is he keeping up with such a huge rod? Ah. He's pretty good at this. Damn, we can't shake him. I have no choice. Time to counterattack. I guess you're finally taking me seriously. Good. I was getting sick of playing tag with you fools. He's not going to give up until he's dead. What a stubborn idiot. Does he really think he can beat 2 to 1 odds? I think I've already have. Every fight takes spirit. You lose that. You've lost everything. And I figured out exactly what kind of spirit you losers had when you took off with your tails between your legs. Silence, kill the dog. He can handle you. You're in for painful death. Yeah, damn it, we can't get caught now. Okay, how about you just surrender? Give me your full confessions. Starting with who you are and what you are after. You needn't concern yourself about that. What? When did you get here? Commander, you came for us. But you are pitiful. You failed to report in as appointed, and this is why. You have no excuses. You had a lot of interference. I get it. So you're the man in charge. Oh, only of this particular scene. Allow me to apologize on behalf of my men. Could I persuade you to overlook this incident? Huh? Okay, repeat that. You said that I'd like for you to overlook this incident. I never had any intention of running afoul of the Bracer Guild. Don't make me laugh. I think I'm just going to look the other way and let you get away with what you did. Yeah, well, I had thought I'd a generous offer, personally. Certainly a fairer price than death. Because of you, stand down. Return to the rendezvous point at once. Yes, sir. Thank you, Commander. Where do you think you're going? Son of a... Yeah, fine. Target may have changed, but as long as I have one. You being the leader, I assume you've got better information to offer me than your underlings anyway. I think it'll be dead easy to make me talk. I sure as hell intend to find out. Yeah, not bad. Not bad at all. Have an irrepressible passion for the great weight bears down upon you. They're not quite so different from me. Did you just say? Painful thing to be powerless in a time of crisis. But you know that feeling all too well, no? I can see it in your eyes. Fine then. I don't know who you are, but I think I like you. There's no shame in powerlessness. There's no shame in being outmatched. You and I both know that. Perhaps we could come to a mutually beneficial agreement. Screw you! Quite literally. Don't act like you know anything about me. You're in for one hell of a beatdown. Hey. Bling! Yeah, all talk, no shock. Bet the guild's going to love interrogating you. What the? He's dead. The body split craft. Gotta sense something faint from the dark forest beyond. Nice try, but you've got a heavy heart. And a heavy heart makes for a light blade. Why don't you come out from hiding and say that? When a warrior enters a skirmish, he must be prepared to lose everything. Otherwise, he can gain nothing. In order to live as a man, he must forego all anger and grief. That, I bid you farewell. Presents in the trees seemed to have vanished. I'll go. How the hell am I supposed to do that? Don't scream, I'm not going to copy you, Agatha. My throat has been in a bit of pain already. I'm not going to make it worse with that. Chapter 3. The Black Ointment. I'm gonna miss this, eh? Got so used to the soundtrack. Yes, she's not here yet. Did we get here that early? Could be. Want to kill some time at the tavern. Yeah, it's nice out, so I think I'd rather just wait here. I doubt I could ever get tired of the view of the river. Yeah, no kidding. You get the feeling that Rowan's finally back to normal. Pretty amazing, considering the uproar of the mayor and the Moore's arrest. Well, I see that Mayor has never been arrested before. Try to imagine Mayor Claus was arrested in Roland. Yeah, that would be a real shock. Trying to think of it that way, the people of Rowan almost seem cold. I mean, they were clearly surprised by what happened, but not a single person was truly shocked, as far as I can tell. Well, you have to remember, the Mayor of Rowan has always been selected by bloodline alone. He wasn't elected to this position by the Ruanians. That probably makes all the difference in the world. Yeah, that's true. Kind of Roland appointed Claus Mayor because they liked him and trusted him. That was getting what he deserves. And I still kind of feel bad for him. Look who's there. Oh, Zeke. Sweet. Estelle, Joshua. There she comes running. Hey, I'm sorry. That I'm late. No problem, we just got here ourselves. Don't tell us you ran all the way here. Really didn't need to rush. I couldn't let you go without seeing you off. Thank you very much for contacting me. Oh, I keep telling you, you don't have to thank us. You too, Zeke. Thanks for coming. Zeke. I'm gonna miss Zeke because that kind of takes the opportunity of me being amused by the fact that I say Zeke a lot. That's never a good sign when the Germans start speaking of Zeke. Well then, shall we be off? Okay. We need to use the south exit to reach Zeiss, right? Yes. The southern road is a checkpoint called Air Latin. We can set out for Zeiss from there. Roger that. Okay, let's go. Zeke! I'm gonna miss Zeke. I just want to check out one little thing, because this is technically speaking probably going to be the last time we are going to be in Ruin. And I'm gonna miss this place, honestly. And then now just a place where we should start the end of the area. All the way where it started, basically. The good old-fashioned checkpoint. This is where we shall start our little journey. A little southern journey. We have become mightily strong in our time here. Level 21 for everybody, apart from, well, Chloe, but she kinda started on a disadvantaged position anyway, so it was pretty obvious that she wouldn't completely keep up, but she's gotten very close. So then we shall run all the way back to where it started, and that is where we're probably going to then start our next adventure time. Finishing off the Ruin area and starting on our journey to the Zeiss area. I'm kinda looking forward to it, a new area, but I'm also going to miss this area, because it was a nice area, honestly. Felt pretty damn good. But really, long scenes are really going... I mean, the funny thing is I think the medicine has kicked in somewhere along the line, so my throat does feel a bit better. Which is kind of funny when you think about it. started on the feeling of having to talk that much is probably not a good idea. Now it's kind of like, I could probably go for another hour or two. Honestly, I could. But, let's just say I damn well know what it means to overdo things. And so yeah, with that in mind, I will have to bid you adieu for the moment. Have a good one and all that, and yes, I shall be back tomorrow. Hopefully with a bit more time. I kinda have to do some cleaning tomorrow. But it shouldn't really take that long. So I imagine we will at least have, you know, a good 4 or 5 hours or so of streaming time, I hope. But you know, bar anything happening that I can't really plan, like lots of internet, lots of PC, lots of anything else. Let's just say if nothing with a lot of gravity happens, I will be on. But yeah, that is at least something I can tell you. So yeah, this was a fun episode. I enjoyed it greatly. The scene was nice. There was a lot of action in it, and I do love this world. It's very, very interestingly set up. It's also going, you know, jumping quite a bit between the reality of what is the game and what the people sometimes give us. I don't even know if that is actually just part of the translation effort or if that was in the original. I mean, I can't really read chicken scratches, so can't really compare that. I need to ask somebody. I do know someone who can't read Japanese, but they're not really a fan of the games, so that's kind of a problem. So like, could you tell me if this is reasonable? And then like, can you give me the exact scene in the game? I'm like, I can't. I don't have a save game in a Japanese version of this. You could play it for yourself. He's like, no, I don't care enough. But alas, that's minor problems. As usual, thank you for dropping by very much, and what's gonna be tomorrow? Honestly, I'm not too sure yet. Maybe some Sea of Thieves again. Maybe some. Actually, we could play some Barrow Trauma once more. Kinda feel like it. Let's just say I'm not yet 100% sure what's gonna be, but it's gonna be something or another. You know me. We're gonna play something and we're gonna have fun with it. That's the most important part. Having fun with it. And we sure have. Leave you me. But yeah. With that in mind, let me once again say bye-bye, have a good one. Thanks for dropping by, as usual. It is very appreciated, and yeah. See ya soon, I hope.